Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the weekly group call on the Speaker Focus platform. I am Kevin T. Robertson, CEO of SpeakerFocus.com, along here with my co-founder, business partner, Auston Troyer, CTO of SpeakerFocus.com. We're here to bring it to you live and direct every single Monday. We do our weekly group call for our private coaching students, where we go all the way in and address the challenges, the deficiencies, the limitations that we face in the world of professional speaking. So anybody that has some questions that they want to start firing off, please do so. We're going to try to keep this short and sweet tonight without going too far over. And I want to start out as you start dropping your questions in the chat box, don't forget to unmute yourself and use the raise hand feature. If you do have a question, Austin will be monitoring the chat box the whole time. And I got some on my mind tonight I want to share with everybody while we're waiting on some questions to get started. I want to know, well, I want you to ask yourself, because, we always have a question, and we're in this business, a lot of self-doubt creeps in. It doesn't matter what level you're on in the speaking industry. It doesn't matter what your topic is. We all run into some challenging times. But something is happening in the universe right now. I've been feeling it all week long. I've been feeling it come on for a really long time. That when you keep pushing and you keep pushing and you keep doing the right thing. Now, a lot of times you got to know what's right for you. And when you do that right thing, all of a sudden, things start falling into alignment. It's almost going to seem like I'm lucky. It's almost going to seem like, man, I got the hot hand. Like sometimes you're going to feel like you're doing no wrong. But what I want to tell you is that the only way you're going to feel that way, only way you're going to get in what they call the zone, some people call it the vortex, is where everything is aligned properly. The only way you're going to allow yourself to get there is you are truly going to have to push through the pain. See, sacrificing doesn't feel good. And I know it doesn't. And we all are in this, sacrificial vehicle together. There's not one of us that, my sacrifice isn't bigger than yours. Like my burden isn't bigger than yours. A sacrifice is a sacrifice. You're going to give up something. You're going to incur losses. You're going to stumble along the way. Perhaps you're not going to find all of the people that agree with you, all the people that see it your way. You're gonna feel like you're in it all by yourself. But I can tell you it's a real special time that's happening right now. I'm talking universal law. It's a real special time. Like there's a lot of alignment going on right now. And see what's happening is, you start doing so much bad stuff starts happening to you. Now I'm just, speaking global for a second. Stuff starts happening to you and you almost get used to bad. You sometimes you so down, you expect bad. And it happens to all of us. So before we can get to a point where we're in that vortex, we're in the zone. Listen, you feel so empowered that everything you're doing, it's just flowing. Like it just works, right? And that's how you know that you've come through that part of your life that's been the toughest. So we have these moments on the Speaker Focus platform all the time. This is why me and Austin are here to answer questions every single Monday. This is why we do the masterclass sessions. This is why you can go inside the platform and you can look at the weekly Q&A calls, all of those masterclasses that's in there. We did those masterclasses for a reason because, we listen very carefully to our platform. So it's like trying to push a football through a garden hose. This is what it's like for your goals to come out on the other side of it. Like it's extremely hard. The football is like really huge and you're trying to push that football through a garden hose. That's what it's like that's an illustration of what it's like when you're working on something that's like really, 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 really difficult to do. And it's oftentimes what happens is it winds up being difficult, but not impossible. It really does. you put yourself in a situation where you get used to being down. You get used to, because what happens is we get comfortable. The subconscious mind works like this. Anything that's not familiar to your current database of knowledge, your brain automatically tries to kick it out. Only through the art and science of repetition, after dozens and dozens of repetition, and for the people who really want to take it to a whole nother level, you have to become really good at practice. The people that really become good at practice, you know what they do? They end up pushing through the pain. In other words, it doesn't hurt as bad anymore. It still hurts, but it doesn't hurt as bad. It doesn't burn as long. Like when you're exercising, you're getting back in shape, your recovery time becomes quicker. See, this is what your speaker business is all about. And if you look at what's happening in the entire world right now, you look at what's happening, change is coming. Like, it doesn't need to be big change for you to see. It's just little change. Sometimes the change just needs to happen somewhere in your life where it starts to make a huge difference and you start building up momentum. Now, here's the key. Once you start building up that momentum, you can't let nothing take it away from you. So I just saw something little. See, I pay attention to the little stuff. I live at the beach and I love it when the ducks start flying in and they put their feet down or they slide on the water. That's just fascinating to me every single time I see it, right? It's just something small like that. So I was in the Walmart yesterday. I had to go in and pick up a couple of things from my office. So I go in there, nothing too heavy, and I see the hand wipes that I've been using for years, like the green pack is the real mild ones. Then they have the red pack, the wet ones. I've been buying these things for 20 plus years. When nobody was buying wet wipes, I was buying them like 30 and 40 at a time. I always keep a wet wipe in my breast pocket for my jacket when I was touring for years. I always did it because you shake a lot of hands and, I never shake hands and touch my nose or rub my eyes or none of that. It's like you get in the habit of doing those things. And I saw the red in there, the green, like the mint green pack, but the ones I really like is the yellow because the yellow smell the best to me. So I didn't see the yellow in there, but I saw the mint and I saw the red. Now, again, you may ask yourself, KTR, that is something real small. Like, why are you getting excited over wipes? Because I remember all throughout the pandemic, this is literally the first time that I walked into the Walmart since the pandemic has started, and I actually could find some wipes. And I'm not talking about one or two. Typically, there's none in there. The entire shelf is gone. The hand sanitizer, the cleaning supplies, things of that nature, it's really low. But I went in there and I said, you know what? See, these things don't happen like this in your mind, the way you see it. This doesn't happen by accident. See, anytime you have a changing of the guard, like, I'm not a political person. That's not my thing. It's not my level of expertise, but I got eyes, right? And I can see that there's never been a woman vice president before. And if I don't care who you are, you're a hater if you can't get excited about that. Just that one thing. See, that's not something small. That's something big. So see, I'm looking at all these little signs. I'm paying attention. I was talking to Austin today and I said, bro, it feels like we just started over. It feels like we're starting the business over again because there's so much new technology that's emerging on our platform right now. And of course I get super excited about it because we get a chance to share it with all of you. So if you have any questions, don't hesitate to put them in there. I'm just talking to you about alignment right now. See, because when you're in alignment, nothing can stop it from going on. These things just start falling in order. So I look at the wipes. We have a female that's the first vice president ever in the history of our country. I haven't seen the hand wipes in the store for months. I'm seeing that. I talk to conference coordinators every single day. I mean, when I tell you I'm blessed because I love this industry so much, and I get a chance to talk to people on the front lines who've been decimated by COVID, but then I'm starting to see I gave an illustration to one of our students early on in the day. I said, COVID is like the conference industry was like the airport industry. See what COVID did, the airport never shut down. For those of you who don't know, the airport has never shut down. They've never actually officially closed the airport, not one day throughout COVID-19. So what happened was the airport just slowed down dramatically. Obviously, they reduced their routes down. And then, we had to regroup. Everybody was thrown out of sorts. But see, we're very adaptive as people. And I don't care how bad it gets. I'm talking like, I don't know where your rock bottom is. We have a lot of people in the recovery specialists on our platform. We have a lot of people who've been through domestic violence. We have a lot of people on our platform, and their speaker topics their stories. I'm telling you, I'm crying every other day because you think you have a story. Some of these students on our platform just have stuff that'll just break you down into tears because they've had to endure so much sacrifice. So, Eileen has a question. All right, Eileen, let's get Eileen in here. So I'm talking about energy alignment with your goals. I'm talking about pushing through. Eileen, what's your question? Let me pull Eileen up real quick. Eileen, allowed to talk. I see the box.
Unmute. Can you hear me now?
Yes, ma'am, I hear you. Eileen, how are you doing tonight?
Hi, how are you today?
I'm doing super fantastic. Always nice to hear you. What's your question?
Great. My question is, I think I'm having a connection problem. What is it I need to be doing at this time? I'd like to schedule an appointment because I sent my signature programs in and I didn't get any feedback. So I'm wanting to know if there's something more I need to do, or if I can just schedule an appointment time to talk with you, yes, so that you can give me some coaching or some sense of direction.
No problem. Eileen, I just sent you an email today. Did you get it?
Yes, you did send me an email, but it didn't. Let me check again because it didn't tell me about an appointment time. So let me check to be sure, because I don't want to be wrong about this.
No problem. No, it wasn't about an appointment time. I was just giving you an update on where I was. And I had to send out an apology to a lot of students. October was our planning month. So we were like super overwhelmed. So I'm playing catch up this week. And that's the message that I sent you.
Okay. Sure, I did get that one. I did get that.
Eileen, let me ask you this. I'm gonna schedule a session with you right now.
Great. I appreciate that.
What time? Because I understand that I'm human just like everybody else, and sometimes some things fall through the cracks. So we'll get you on track. What about tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern?
6 p.m. Eastern, I'll be waiting.
Wednesday at noon, I have an earlier time, but if you want to do it tomorrow, I only have one time slot open tomorrow. It's at 6 p.m. Eastern. You're more than welcome to have it. How about that?
I will take the 6 p.m. Eastern. The sooner the better, and I appreciate that.
No problem. You're very welcome. And thank you so much for your patience. And I will make sure that we connect, and whatever it is we got to get you on track with tomorrow, we'll go over everything top to bottom. Matter of fact, let's do a Zoom session. I'm going to send you the link out as soon as I finish up the session. I'm just going to add it to the calendar right now so nobody else will book that time, okay?
Great. That'll work for me.
No problem. I'll see you tomorrow at 6 p.m. You got any other questions? Eileen, you have any other questions?
No, I'm sorry. No, that's it. I just think we can talk about it on the Zoom meeting at 6 p.m. on tomorrow.
We'll get your interview scheduled as well, and we'll catch up on all of that stuff, all right?
Okay, I understand.
No problem. Thank you. Let's see, who else do we have? Each level, what's this? Okay, so we're waiting on another question right now. And let me see, Miss Tina Marie says, Norma has a question, okay. Let me see. Each level has you starting at the beginning, and to succeed to the next level is necessary to build to new levels all the time. Absolutely. Miss Tina Marie, thank you so much for your comment. That's what this is about. This is about pushing through. And if you want to be able to push through to a whole nother level, listen, sometimes you're going to have situations where it's just flat out not going to flow smooth for you. So a lot of times, sometimes we have miscommunications. Sometimes we have no communication, block communication, slow communication, whatever it is. Now, what I appreciate about Eileen and students like her is that she's pushing through to make sure that her stuff gets done, you know, and that's what we're here for. So this is just what it is. We got to keep on fighting through no matter what. We all get thrown off track. Things slow down. Sometimes we get frustrated. I get frustrated sometimes about sometimes the goals are not on track, but then all of a sudden, mark my words, you get a breakthrough. And then you're like, okay, I got some clarity now. Now I know how fast I need to go. I know how slow I need to go. Some of you, sometimes you got to slow down. Some of you not following protocol. Sometimes you do send me this stuff and it's on me. And anybody that knows me, I don't like it when the ball is in my court because I know I owe you something. So I gotta play catch up now. And I have no problem being able to do that. Isn't it nice to know you can get me on the weekly group call and call me out if you need to. I don't give a damn. We all got to hold each other accountable. Okay, let me see. Norma, let me see. What does Vernon mean by waiting on template video? Okay, please look up the chat from the beginning. All right, let me see. Wait a minute. Okay, Vernon, you had a question? I love it when everybody starts introducing themselves. Great, Vernon. I'm just waiting on the template video and the speaker demo. Okay. So Vernon, again, we're playing catch up. You probably were waiting on a sample of my speaker video demo. If you go to my YouTube channel, you can check it out. That's where it's located. But there's also some other versions that students had on the school platform. I'll point you in the direction of those as well. Vernon, I sent you an email out as well. I sent everybody email, anybody that I owe feedback to. I sent everybody an email today, apologizing, explaining what the situation was for me being a little bit low. I'm backed up reviewing speaker info kits. I'm backed up writing people's bios for them because I want to write your bio because I want it to look as professional as possible. And you're ready to make an appearance on MSNBC. It happens sometimes. Sometimes I get a little backed up and overwhelmed like everybody else, but I also assured you in the email that whatever I owed you, whatever feedback I owed you, I was going to get around to it. And I sent every single one of you, if you check your inbox, I sent all of you emails that I owe feedback to about their signature programs or their bios or checking your speaker video demo. And also, I got to jump into school for those of you who left messages for me there as well. And I will get around to it. All right. So I appreciate your patience and bearing with me. You know, sometimes I'm coming down on you because you owe me homework assignments, and I absolutely do not mind if I owe you some feedback. This is why we're in business together, because we all got to make sure we got some communication and we're moving forward. All right. So now, and I also assured you in the email, every last one of you, that I will fix it like I always do, and we're there to give you the best service possible. Okay. Let me just make sure I didn't. Let me see. All right. Good evening, Vernon. Okay. So Vernon, do me a favor. Hop on the chat with me. I just want to clarify something with you real quick. Unless we have, let me see. Wait a minute. I want to make sure I didn't miss a, okay. I got it. It's all good. Okay, Vernon, good to go. Norma says she's ready to start, but what, Norma? Norma, you got a question you need to ask me? You can unmute. All right. They're in the queue. Okay. So let's say, Norma, let's go ladies first. Norma.
Okay, I got it.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I said I'm
Vernon,
ready
you're
to
next,
go.
by the way, so stand by.
Oh.
Norma, go ahead. What's your question?
Oh, okay. I looked at everything that I've done and I said I'm ready to at least try, go out. And I was getting ready to make to use my community room here in the apartment complex I live in.
Okay.
And as soon as I was ready, then we get a notice that coronavirus is in this building and everything is shut down.
Okay.
So I'm tired of writing. And I want to do, I'm a doer, and I know I got to keep going, but I'm just saying, I just wanted to vent. That's all this is about.
No, hey, look, that's what we're here for, right? So,
yeah, that's all I want to do.
No, watch this, Norma. Let's get specific, right? So obviously you're a very skilled writer. So when you say you're tired of writing, would that mean like you're tired of building out all your signature programs, like all the stuff that you had to write and create? You actually want to go out and speak right now and execute it. Is that where you are?
Yes.
Okay. Well, watch this. So you should schedule a call with me so I can go over all your outreach documents to make sure that they're done. Making sure I believe we had to go over your website, if I'm not mistaken, and your speaker info kit. I just want to make sure all that stuff is complete, that it's ready to go to market. And if you're ready to go to market, then guess what? If you're tired of writing, then don't write anymore. You don't need to write anymore. You've done everything I asked you to do. You followed the curriculum in the program, which you should be spending your time on. And I want everybody to hear me on this. I wouldn't even get mad at you if you just went in and watched module number 5. Because if you're tired of writing and building out all of your sales tools, what you should be doing is binge watching module number 5. Now, Norma, let me ask you a question. Have you gotten to module 5 yet? And even looked at any of the free outreach strategies that we have on there, where you can be attracting 25 to 50, even more LinkedIn leads every single day. And now you're on the phone talking to conference coordinators about your brand. Have you done that yet?
No. And the reason is because if I get an appointment or they want to set up an appointment with me, I'm not able to set up an appointment because of the coronavirus.
Okay. Some of that's true and some of it's not. This is what I'm here for. So, Norm, I want you to listen to this, and everybody understand that, again, the speaking industry, the conference industry has never shut down. I talk to conference coordinators every single day. I talk to service providers every day. I talk to subject matter experts, leading authorities, trusted advisors, specialists, coaches, speakers, consultants. I talk to facilitators, trainers, conference coordinators of all walks of life. I have to talk to them. Me and Austin keep up with everything that's going on in our industry when it comes to technology and the conference industry. So let me share to you what's happening. See, the conference coordinators, the industry slowed down, but it never stopped. So all we're doing, Norma, is we're getting better. Listen, we're all frustrated when it comes to Corona, but the whole idea of our platform is teaching you how to pivot. See, everybody talked about pivoting, but really a lot of people don't know what it means. It means that you're in a certain state right now. You're in a current state of mind. Well, you may not understand that you can continue to move forward because you think Corona has everything shut down, but that's not true. It depends on the industry. There are industries that's thriving, like the coaching industry is thriving. Speaker Focus has tripled their business throughout the pandemic. And it's a reason why. So the pandemic is like any other downturn in the economy. You have some people's business is never affected by it because they built a machine and they're very fortunate that they have cash flow going. And then there's other industries. I know speakers that their whole calendar got wiped out for the whole year. Just, again, on-site performances. Then I talk to speakers on the other side. They're sick of doing Zoom sessions. They're getting booked left and right with doing virtual online conferences. Now, you don't have to go anywhere to do that. I talked to a lady the other day. She's thinking about joining our coaching program. And she said, Kevin, I'm getting booked left and right, virtual events. So, but she's missing a couple of components that she needs that when she comes out of Corona. So the key is, Norma, is that you have to pivot properly. Get into a new way of doing thinking. Get into a new way of doing thinking. Don't just say, okay, the apartment complex got shut down. Okay, well, that's one avenue, but it's not all the avenues. If you go into module 5, you won't feel the way you're feeling right now because you'll be empowered with the information to go in there with the free outreach. Norma, this doesn't cost you any money. All this costs you is some time that we all have to invest in our business in order to get to another level. So I understand you may be frustrated. You may be a little anxious. You're tired of writing. Well, don't write anymore. Once I go over all your outreach documents and we review your template and your website, and you have all the proper content on there, you are now ready to start talking to conference coordinators. So we have to just have a different kind of mindset going into with Corona. You know what these conference coordinators have done? They've learned to adapt. Speakers have learned to adapt. See, the ones who are more savvy with marketing, they're not sitting back worried about Corona. They're not. Because all it did, Norma, was create more opportunities, more avenues for you to deliver your content. So I would respectfully request that you say, listen, when we put those kind of words out there into the universe, now we're having to work too hard. Remember at the beginning of the call, I talked about sometimes we feel like we're in a space and we're just stuck. And sometimes we're our own worst enemy. So if I'm saying I'm tired of writing, if that's the self-talk that you have, self-deprecating like that every single day.
No, I'm not. That's not what I have every day. I mean, I'm working on projects for other people too.
Okay, I understand, but
because that's what I do. Now, what I mean, when I was getting ready to set up to do some speaking in the apartment complex, and then to go over to the Radisson Hotel to see if I could just use one of their conference rooms and have a few people there just so I can do a proper video, because I don't like the videos that I've done. They're not professionally done to me, and
okay.
I don't want them on my website.
Okay,
That's
I got
what
it.
I'm talking about. That's what I was just getting ready to start doing that so I can finish everything that I need to finish.
Okay.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm not a negative person. I don't talk, that's what I mean when I say that I'm doing this and then I got to do a book for somebody else and I'm tired.
I understand. I understand.
Yeah.
Okay, so in other words, your primary source of income, obviously, you're writing for other people. You're helping them out with their projects, and that okay. You clarified that for me. So you're tired of writing, then you got to come and do writing over Speaker Focus. But the majority of your writing is over. The signature programs were the toughest thing. Your signature programs, I've complimented you before about 25 times. They're beautifully written. I barely had to touch one word to do any editing. You remember we won the session and boom, we got some strong signature programs.
Right.
So remember this, everyone, I want you to hear me and hear me good on this, that there are free organic outreach strategies in module 5 that Auston teaches you how to do. Norma, all I'm asking you to do is that I understand that you're tired and you got to get some downtime. Listen, wake up early on a Saturday before you get into your day. Wake up early when you got some downtime. Instead of doing something else in the evening for an hour, look at module 5 for an hour. And then you're going to start seeing that those outreach strategies are right there. Whether or not you have a budget to do paid outreach like Facebook ads and Instagram and Google AdWords or
my phone about to go out.
YouTube pre-roll ads. Norma, you still there? Norma, you still there?
Your phone was about to go out.
Oh, okay. Eileen, do you have another question?
No, that was it. I'm sorry. I didn't know I was still unmuted.
I didn't know either until you said something. It's all good. It's all good. Do me a favor.
I was answering for Norma. I heard her say my phone is about to go out. So
I know when I heard you say it, I was like, who is that?
Let me mute myself.
Yeah, put your mute back on.
Okay.
Yeah, I think her phone is something happened to her phone or whatever. But I'm going to continue to move on because Norma brings up a real good point that a lot of you are struggling with. Whether or not you want to ask a question or not, we're not here to embarrass you. And some of the stuff I say to you, some of the stuff that I request of you, I know it feels uncomfortable, but we got to become comfortable with feeling uncomfortable. By no means, we had a miscue. Eileen showed up on the call. Again, isn't it nice to know that you can show up on a weekly group call and you can get hey, Kevin, I feel like it's a miscue. Is it something I'm not doing? No, it's not nothing she's not doing. She sent me to work. I just got to play catch up now, getting her the feedback. So you saw what I did. I put it right on the calendar for tomorrow. It's not a problem. We can make this happen. So what I want you to understand is this: if Norma's running into it, she says, okay, Norma, I see your hand still up and Vernon. I appreciate your patience, boss. I see your hand up and I'm going to get right to you. I just want to make a point with this stuff because all of you are dealing with the same thing. Like you may be just at a different point in the coaching program, whether or not you just started or whether or not you're like Norma, who is getting ready to get to the money, right? And we get so anxious sometimes that we, I didn't mean to insinuate that she's a negative person. I know she's not a negative person, but sometimes we do negative talk I do it sometimes. And if you don't have people around you to like hold you accountable, to say, like, sometimes I may verbalize something wrong. You know, you got to understand something about the subconscious mind. You know, it takes everything as literal fact. If I tell myself, oh man, you know, y'all are killing me over here, like your subconscious mind is processing that. Whether or not you think it's going to come to fruition or not. This is why they say your word is your wand. Excuse me. You can either create magic or you can cause disaster. I'd rather you create some magic with your words. As soon as you release that thought into the universe, see, your mouthpiece is just representing what you're thinking. So as soon as you release those words into the universe, those beautiful word sequences that all of you are creating with your signature programs, then you're going to start reciprocating all of that stuff back. So Eileen is a mental health professional. We have a lot of people that are mental health professionals. We have a lot of people in the recovery space. You know, these are hotbed topics right now. These conference coordinators are booking. See, you got to stop over analyzing stuff. And see, if you go into module 5 and you get the facts about paid traffic, you would know that all of these platforms, we did a training about it probably 2 months ago. We did a training about all these emerging platforms that the conference coordinator is now utilizing these virtual conferences. The conference coordinator has had to get savvy. They've had to pivot. So if you follow the conference coordinator, you'll understand that you shouldn't be worried about booking anything as a speaker. You shouldn't. I don't care what your friends are talking about. Well, how are you going to be a speaker when we can't even get on site? Well, people are getting on site. And it depends on what the restrictions are in your state or your city, whether or not they're phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. We know for a fact people are having conferences. They're putting on masks, practicing social distancing. See, the conference coordinator just wants to make the people coming to the conference, they want to make them feel comfortable. Okay, let me ask somebody this. Watch this. Let's get Vernon in here. Vernon, are you there, boss? Okay, there we go. I see Vernon. Vernon, unmute.
Can you hear me?
I hear you, boss. How you feeling tonight?
Man, I'm feeling wonderful. How about yourself?
Man, I'm doing super fantastic. Vernon, I saw you respond to the email that I sent out about catching up and giving the feedback. You responded to it, correct?
Right.
Yeah, I saw you. I saw it today. So now, Vernon, let me ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm asking you this for a reason, because I'm trying to figure out how you do it. How is it that you're able to stay so jovial all the time? How is it that, like, no matter what's going on with Corona or anything, you're always, hey, KTR, what can I be doing? What should I be doing next? Hey, KT, you always got a question. I love students like that have questions. This is what we're here for. This is how you learn how to do this business better. So, Vernon, how have you been able to maintain your mental health through Corona since it started? Give me the good, the bad, and the ugly. Give me on the worst days of how you felt. And then give me how you got here to reach back out to me and still believe in your dream to say, you know what, KT, I'm ready, man. Let's do this speaking thing. And how do you keep your energy up high?
Well, for one, it's a part of my personality and who I am. Even though I had hit a dark spot with, grieving the death of my grandmother, but it's really boils down to perception and how I'm seeing things, which is a major part of one of my signature programs, which is directional based leadership.
I love it, Vernon.
Which means that, I can't believe everything that I tell myself, or I have to be mindful of what I tell myself, and get outside of myself and share with other people how I'm feeling, what I'm thinking, so that I don't buy in to my own self-deprecating thoughts, so to speak. And
Yes,
that kind of helps me to not look at things in a negative way, because technically, being human, it's easy to be negative, but it takes a lot of energy and effort to be positive or to maintain being positive. So that's one of the main things that I do, man. It's just, I stay out from in my head by myself. You know, I
Okay.
don't do a whole lot of thinking for myself and by myself because the evidence have shown that has never turned out right for me.
Okay.
So,
So in other words, Vernon, you have a signature program, and I know that was a lot of the things that you wrote about in your signature programs. I could tell that a lot of those were inspired because you went through a rough time when you lost your grandmother, and I saw how you came out of that. You know, you had to, you know, you couldn't come aboard right away, bro. You just weren't there. You know what I'm saying? I understood, but I
yes,
remember
sir.
the first call that we had. And I remember I said, man, you know, I mean, obviously when you get on the phone with a great candidate and it's a great fit, you know, we're ready to jump into it right away. And life threw you a curveball. And obviously, you know, you had circumstances beyond your control. But the way you came back though, Vernon, like when you called me, there's something that you're carrying around. What's the biggest message you're carrying around from your grandmother that you see very apparent in your signature programs that you created?
Uh, Man, one of the things my grandmama has instilled in me is to first be sweet and kind to myself, and to always be sweet and kind to others, which connects me with, you know, the name of my company, which is We You Development.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we don't exist without you. You know, so that's that main thing. I gotta keep pushing, gotta keep moving forward, because there's someone else out here that is depending on what I have to say based on what I've gone through and what I've came out of, and possibly what I'm getting ready to go through.
Exactly. Yeah, I clearly felt it, bro, when we went over your signature programs. And you know, first of all, they were well written, that you had great topics. Now, watch this, Vernon. This is what I love about you, because you said, I got to get out of my own head. Miss Tina Marie talks about that all the time. She said, I got to get out of my own way. I got to get, like, sometimes we're our worst enemy. But you said you have did you say directional based leadership was one of your signature programs?
That's the very first one.
So you're looking to gain leadership from other people. You're looking to gain direction from other people so it can help shine a better light on your path. And then you turn right back around and come up with a signature program with directional leadership. Vernon, one of the things about your personality type that you have is, and I'm telling you, I know for a fact you got that from your grandmother, because I remember it in the very first call, right? So watch this. You're a thinker, Vernon, very precise, exacting, thorough. That's why I send you a message, you always respond to it, right? You always say, hey, KTR, check this out. Is this okay? Is this what I need to be doing? Boom. You're very precise, right? But there's something that your grandmother gave you, because some woman probably had to teach it to you, because you got a very warm appeal. So what that does is it smooths over the rough edges. And as a speaker, bro, you need that. Because see, thinkers, watch this. You got thinkers, relators, directors, and socializers. See, you're a thinker. If I cracked open your brain, the wheels are just spinning around there all the time. But because you're warm, that's smooth over your rough edges, so you don't come off sounding condescending when you're speaking to the audience. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's
Exactly.
you got a likable quality about you, Vernon. And that's when you write about it and you start speaking about it, that comes through in your signature programs. Now, what was your question?
Uh,
Or did you have one?
well, basically, I was looking for it on YouTube about the template for the speaker demo, just trying to get a feel for just how to actually get started, somewhat of an introduction
Yeah.
into talking
Oh,
about my signature programs.
okay. Okay. Now, watch this. So it's two ways you can approach now it's not technically, it's not like a template, like a worksheet, or it's not a template like that. It's just a sample of a speaker video demo. Now our students are producing great results with speaker video demos on our platform. So again, I haven't had time to just, pull all of them together and send them over to you. So I'm gonna send you like at least maybe 2 to 5 examples. Now, if you want to look at mine tonight, you can just go to our YouTube channel and you can just type in Kevin T. Robertson, KTR Leadership Sizzle Reel. That's what it's called. You got it?
It's called what now?
It's called Kevin T. Robertson, KTR Leadership Sizzle Reel. And for those of you who are in the queue waiting, I appreciate your patience. Michael, I think I hit you back and I said, I'll be right with you. So if you can just be a little bit more patient till I fit. I don't think Marlon had a question, but he just had a comment. And Norma, I'm gonna have to come back to Norma. She still has her hand up. I'm not sure if her phone is working right now, but Vernon, do you see the speaker KTR, Kevin T. Robertson leadership sizzle reel?
Leadership sizzle.
Sizzle, uh-huh.
SIZZ.
Yes, sir. SIZZLE.
Okay.
If you Google it, it'll pop up just like that.
I see it.
You see it? That's now that's the speaker demo that I utilized for years in the corporate and association market. It was a lot about my brand. And then I ran through there and I talked about all my signature programs. If anybody looks at my speaker video demo, you will see every single Janine Coxum did the voiceover for my it's one of my my videographers from the old KTR show. So Janine had, organized all the content. We had a work session, and she did the voiceover after I left. I gave her the script to go by, and she said, and this is exactly how Janine talks, and you'll hear. She said, Kevin T. Robertson's signature programs are focus-based leadership, focus-based success, focus-based motivation, and focus-based customer service. All my signature programs are right there inside the speaker video demo. Now, I was fortunate. I had a lot of, because I've toured for years, I had a lot of live footage. So Janine integrated the live footage as an example of the signature programs. Now, Vernon, Rufus Washington is another gentleman that's having a lot of success on the Speaker Focus platform. I think Rufus is on tonight. I'm going to send you, I believe Rufus, no, I don't think, I know. Rufus has somebody from Fiverr do his Fiverr. So you can set up an account with Fiverr, Vernon, send them all the content. Rufus sent everybody the content for Fiverr. He had a graphic designer or a videographer do it for him. He sent all the content over to him. His speaker video demo's fire. It represents his brand. He talks about his signature programs. They got some illustrations going on. Before you know it, it's over. So that's another way to do it as well. You can get all the content together, send it over to somebody, they'll do it for you. Because I'm not an editor by trade. I get people to do that stuff for me. Austin does most of the editing for all the curriculum that I create when I have to put together a video. That's not my skill, that's his, right? And we also got other people on our team that'll do it as well. Now, Vernon, last but not least, to clarify, or to add more clarity to the speaker video demo. Now watch this. And again, everybody's waiting in the queue. Please wait, because I'm going to get to you right after this. Vernon, you can do a talking headshot. I'm going to show you how you can produce a speaker. You can produce your speaker video demo. If you don't have an elaborate setup with green screen chroma key, you can shoot your speaker video demo right from your phone. I'm going to send you over another one of our students who cycled through the entire program. He's out booking speaking engagements right now. His name is Anthony Rodman. Anthony Rodman has, and if any of you try to steal it, it's not going to even work for you. His signature program, Vernon, is like your directional based leadership, right? It's personal. Watch this, Vernon. Anthony's one of his signature, the one that I love the best, and Austin knows which one it is. It's mountain-based leadership. Now watch this, Vernon. He lives in the desert. So he gets his him and his assistant Arthur, they came aboard the Speaker Focus platform together. They crushed it. They did everything we asked them to do. They're out there booking gigs right now. Watch this. So Arthur stood there with a tripod, pressed the record button. Anthony had the mountains behind him, all these beautiful, like burgundy color mountains with white caps on top of there. He's sitting there with a talking headshot. He's sitting there talking about, hey, this is Anthony Rodman. And, I teach, leadership, something that does something, right? Your mainstay headline. Then he jumps into one of my signature programs is mountain-based leadership. And he's breaking down, Vernon, the value to the conference coordinator in the mountain-based leadership program, but he got mountains behind him. Man, let me tell you something, bro. You're going to be in tears when you see this because it's so organic. So don't tell me that you can't do a speaker video demo. You can do a talking headshot. For those of you, see, a lot of you are overthinking stuff. Vernon, you just said, get out your own way. You got to get out your own head. Well, watch this. People are thinking, well, I don't have any live footage. How am I going to do a speaker video demo? You can literally do a speaker video demo right from your living room. You can go to a hotel lobby. You can go to the banquet department. I mean, the banquet staff at the hotel, and they will let you into the meeting room. Ain't nobody else in there. A lot of the venues aren't full to max capacity right now. You could do, if I'm a speaker and I'm a conference coordinator, I want to be able to see. Maybe I want to see you in a conference. Maybe I want to see you with a lapel. You can stage these things to make your speaker video demo look like fire. So I'm gonna send you some examples, Vernon. Again, I'm playing catch up. I'll get you some samples of the speaker video demo. You can do it right from your phone, or you can just look at what other people are doing. They're shooting the speaker video demo with their iPhone, Vernon, and it's coming out looking like they had a production company on it. Do you have any other questions?
That's it. Like I said, all I'm just looking for is just some insights of just kind of to help me to get started.
Follow the template, boss. And then watch this, Vernon. When you get some samples of it, if you sent it to me, I apologize if I missed it. If you sent me a sample of your speaker video demo, if you haven't, send it to me. You haven't?
No.
Okay, don't worry about it. So watch this. See, we're going to do a dress rehearsal. You can just listen. Vernon, I know your style. You sharp with some suits on, bro. I got it, right? But you don't need a suit on to send it to me. You can just have a t-shirt on and just sit there. I'm listening for the content. Now, because you should be saying your signature programs out loud at least 3 to 5 times a day. So just do a demo of the speaker video demo and send it to me. And I'll say, Vernon, I love your tonality. You're a little fast on that part. Let me critique it for you, Vernon. And then we can get in the suit and figure out what background you're going to have. And then do like 2 or 3 different versions, send it over to me. I'll approve one. This is what you got me for. I'll approve the one that's going to resonate with the conference coordinator. That's all I want to make sure. That's why we do your signature programs in module 1. You got it?
Got it.
All right, boss.
Thank you. Thank you.
Love you, man. Talk to you real soon. All right.
Love you too, man. Thank you.
Yes, sir. All right. Now, okay. Wait a minute. I got to get to, I believe Michael has a question. Michael has a question. Kwame has a question. Okay. Let's get to Michael real quick. Thank you, everyone, for your patience. What I try to do, well, no, I don't try to do it. What I do is when I answer these questions, I'm gonna make it work for everybody. Michael, you can unmute, please. Vernon, make sure you've got your mute on. Vernon's got his mute on. Michael got his mute off.
I had my mute off. You
Mike,
ready for
up,
me? Good to hear you. Good to see you. Listen, since I'm brand new, I'm trying to figure you cats out. I have a question to do that.
Anything.
And Kevin, who do you think the best NBA player of all time is?
It's LeBron James, without a doubt, in my opinion.
Oh my God. You know what? If you'd have said that a week ago, I'd have found another program. I'm going to mute myself.
No, Michael didn't just mute himself on a basketball question. Michael, talk to me. Why did you ask me that question?
Just trying to get to know you, that's all, and lighten the mood. And it's Michael Jordan. I don't understand how it's even a conversation, but my head hurts.
Okay, so watch this. So this is the beautiful part about when you have a platform like this and you're speakers and you have your opinion. I debate with people like this all the time. If you ask, Austin's going to agree with you that it's Michael Jordan, because that's his man.
Hey,
right?
Hey, Michael, definitely MJ.
Yeah, thank you. LeBron's probably the best athlete to ever play in the NBA, but the best basketball player, gotta be.
Oh, you asked me back. See, you didn't say, in my opinion, overall basketball player, athleticism, basketball, IQ, unselfishness. This is the reason why I like LeBron. See, I was taught, Michael, to get everybody else involved. That's why I'm a speaker coach right now. I want to see other people win. MJ was a scoring machine. He wasn't necessarily the nicest person in the world. You don't have to be if you're gonna be a leader. He chose the path that he wanted to take, and sometimes you're gonna ruffle some feathers. I'm not taking anything away from MJ. I'm just telling you that as a person, on and off the court, the things that I've seen LeBron do with his basketball career, how he gets everybody else involved. He's got to be the smartest. Damn, Michael, you played with the Cavaliers that gave you no help. You went to the Heat because you had to go, because you had to get 2 championships. Then you went back and got one, and Cleveland hasn't seen that in so long. And then you go to another team and win it on another team. MJ never had to do that. If he was so great, how come he didn't win one with the Washington Wizards? Oh, I'm sorry, Michael. Maybe that was
he was an old man, but
he was an old man. LeBron is an old man, but he got his third championship.
Yeah, I mean, they were both 30. Well, LeBron's 35. Jordan was 37 when he went to the Wizards. So you're right. He only came back to the Wizards because he had GM the worst team in the history of the NBA with the Kwame Brown pick. He had to come play just to fill the seats.
Yeah, but watch this. He hasn't proved to be the best executive in the world like he was the best basketball player, and that's okay. His picks are horrible. Kwame Brown was horrible. He was a horrible executive. He still is a horrible executive. I'm not taking anything away from him.
I agree.
But what LeBron does all the way around.
I agree
also
with that.
LeBron's a true leader. Michael, we talked about your topic is leadership, right? Remember, it's the number one thing that matters in this world. You're not a real leader, bro, unless you teach other people how to do what you know how to do. And LeBron James knows how to create opportunity, not only in business, but on that basketball court as well. And he's helping these men become better leaders. Now, we're going to leave it at that. Michael, do you have a speaker question?
No, I'm all good right now.
Hey, send my love to your wife, please.
Absolutely, I'll do that.
Okay.
Thanks
Michael,
for answering that question.
No problem. Michael, remember, I emailed you your signature program template. If you've already got into module 1, I need to try to schedule a session with you to help you jumpstart with your signature program template.
I sent you an email. I locked in 10 a.m. on Saturday. You had mentioned that maybe you could come up. I'll get steaks on the grill, see the studio, see what I'm working with.
No problem. No problem.
Yep. Just let me know when that's best for you then, if you can pull that off. If not, we'll do it on Zoom.
Thanks for bringing it to my attention. I'll look at it on the calendar, and we're gonna jumpstart your signature programs. Michael, start taking notes. Remember about all of the recovery topics, all the leadership things that everything you feel inside. Start jotting that stuff down and filling in the template. My job is to pull more out of you and just clarify what you want to be speaking about. Once we get on the other side of the signature programs, you're going to know exactly what your target market is. You're going to know exactly what your messaging is. We're going to help you refine it. And then you're going to be practicing those signature programs out loud every single day, because I know you got that studio there. We don't want to waste it in your house, and we want to be producing some great content.
And any of this, well, you said that you don't have many speakers in Maryland, but if there are speakers in Maryland that want to come to my house and use the studio and my editing software and everything else, I just want to throw that out there. And I've written a ton for the website. And as far as the programs go, I've written a ton. My mind's always moving, and I probably write better than I speak. So, yep, I'll just be looking for your cosign, and we'll get moving.
Absolutely, Michael. Thanks so much for chiming in. See you on Saturday. Hitting the ground running, ladies and gentlemen. New students coming in all the time. And we're very fortunate on our platform that people see the value in what it is that we do, just like all of you. And I mean, look at Michael. I mean, he's such a team player. We had a difference of opinion, but I'm sure him and Austin going to be best buddies now because they're MJ fans. And but look at Michael sharing his resources for the students who are in the Maryland area. And he's willing to share his studio. Like, I mean, listen, I told you this at the beginning of the call. There's something going on right now. Like, I'm telling you, like, you see, you can't be, wait a minute. Okay, we got 6 messages. Troyer, can you jump in here real quick and pay attention to the chat box? Can you tell me who's next? Because I don't want to get behind. Who's next?
Yeah, we have Kwame up next, and then we have, let's see. Yeah, and then Wayne's after Kwame.
Wayne, okay. Let me see. Kwame. Is Kwame Southern Crescent?
Yep.
GAH. Okay. All right. Kwame, what's up, boss?
Hey, how you doing, Kev?
Okay, you're unmuted. I'm doing super fantastic, man.
Good. I just had a quick question.
Yes, sir.
Hey, wanted to know. Yeah, and I have different accounts with Zoom. That's why it showed up under my my other organization. That's why it showed up there as Southern Crescent and stuff. So that was the wrong one. But
no problem. It's all good.
Yeah. So I had a question about like the events planners, the people they were mentioning. Other people were mentioning with COVID-19, how does one get access to them more or less?
How do you get access to the conference coordinator, meeting event planner, key decision maker who books speakers?
Exactly.
Okay, Kwame, now I'm going to say this to you as well, is because, you know, a lot of the entrepreneurs that come into our coaching program and you fit in that mold, like Michael does, they're operating at a higher level as far as, you know, business, understanding business. You've been in business for 30 years. So what we try to do with those students is if you feel like you have a high command, like you do, Kwame, I told you there's no issue with your oratorical skills. There's no issue with your elocution, anything of that nature. You're very reserved when you speak. You're very neutral. I mean, my God, it's so polished, poised, and professional. One of the things I noticed when we were on our original call a few days ago, on the original Zoom session, is you just have command over your knowledge base, right? So then we don't have to spend a lot of time with you on the back end of module 1, which is the technical aspect of speaking, right? I had to work for the biggest public seminar companies in the world before they turned me into a real facilitator. You're already a real facilitator, right? You already have command. It's already polished, poised, and professional. So we don't want to bother that. So Kwame, all I want you doing is jumping into the signature program template, which I emailed you so I could fast track you, right? As you looking at that, same thing I just told Michael. You guys just started literally like yesterday, or I believe you started the same day. You and Michael came in on the same day. So I want you to go through the template and start writing all your ideas down. Then see, the time to talk to me in the mastermind session is when you've already done your part, and then I'm going to get on there and go through all your signature programs. Now, let's get back to your question about the conference coordinator. So would I be mad at you, Kwame? No, if you just went on ahead and accelerated right to module 5 right now, because see, you already have a lot of the sales tools. You already have a website. You just have to go back through and tweak things. But if you want to learn, like seriously, if you want to just binge watch module 5, and you want to understand how you connect with these conference coordinators, remember, Auston, I'm not even in module 5, bro. Don't listen to me in module 5. Listen to Auston. Everything Auston tells you to do, just do it, because it's free organic outreach strategies there for LinkedIn, right? Where you literally can be attracting leads. This costs you no money. Auston lays it out so simple. Of now you're going to get on the phone with the conference coordinator, and then you're going to be scheduling sessions with them. Kwame, a lot like how you do with your coaching program right now, right?
Gotcha.
A lot like you do with your tax and accounting practice. You give massive value. We're going to keep on doing that. But this is where it goes wrong, Kwame, and you don't want to rush too fast. I'd say look at it because you understand on a higher level, because if you got to understand it for yourself, I want you to go to module 5 and see it. You got to start binge watching. Everybody should be binge watching. You should make module 5 a part of your weekly entertainment process, because the more you understand how you can surround yourself with these conference coordinators, you're simply never going to run out of money. And because watch this, Kwame, the old ways of doing direct mail. You remember that? Right? You know, you do direct mail and you could get a lot of people to respond to that direct mail. You could run yellow pages ads. See, a lot of you young cats, you don't know nothing about the yellow pages, right? The white pages, the yellow pages. Kwame, in your family, accounting and taxes has been there for, it's like a rite of passage, bro. All word of mouth.
Word of mouth.
It was word of mouth, just like how you built your business when he passed the baton to you. That's a blessing. See, first of all, if you're going to build a business through word of mouth and not doing any advertising, you got to be pretty phenomenal. See, that speaks volumes about the service that you have and your family legacy, that everybody just because you know why? Because you do it right. You help the business grow while you're giving them the strategies. So what I want you to do is, once you get in there and you go over module 5, then you're going to start understanding, oh, that's how that works. That's how I'm going to attract the conference coordinator. First, we got to make sure we build out either Pipe Drive or Active Campaign. That's your CRM Kwame. That's where
Okay.
you're gonna log your leads into your CRM, customer relations management software. And then now you're managing those leads. So you can start getting the leads and having a conversation with the conference coordinator. Without all, Kwame, if you really want to get on the fast track to building relationships, everyone, Kwame, what did I just say? Building what?
Relationships.
You and your family are masters at that. That's why you have a thriving business. If you want to build a relationship with the conference coordinator, here's what I recommend you do. See, Kwame, right now, I would love to say, okay, Kwame, start booking speaking engagements tomorrow. Start doing your outreach to the conference coordinator tomorrow. But you just started. And even though you got a high business IQ, in all fairness, right now, you're not ready to go to market. We still have to get your messaging organized, get on the other side of that, get all your sales tools organized, tweak a website here, there, right? You know, we got some branding alignment that we have to do with you that we discussed already. It's just a couple of little things. And then the big thing is the signature programs. You got to get that out the way. And then, higher level entrepreneurs like you who already have an existing business entity, you don't even need module 3. Just go right through it. Module 4, get your social media on point. Now we give illustrating all the social proof through your social media. And then module 5, you should be spending most of your time in module 5, because that's where you attract the conference coordinator and you learn to build a marketing machine with predictability and consistency. Remember, that's not the promise of our platform. That is the guarantee. And then all the outreach documents in module 6. Now watch this, Kwame. It's never been done before. I built the curriculum in stages. It's a ladder. I'd prefer that you not skip stages, but look at module 5 on a regular. But then when you go through the process of where Rufus Washington is right now, I think Rufus is on, where Tina Marie is right now. Tina Marie is getting ready to launch a massive digital marketing campaign because her dream is big. So we asked her what she wanted to do. She said, I want to go big. She said, I'm not playing. Okay, no problem. Miss Tina Marie, this is what we're going to do. And now Tina has gone through the processes. You're at the starting stage. Tina struggled through her signature programs, right? She didn't really know where her target market was, what she wanted to speak about. We helped her refine those signature programs. Watch this, Kwame. Remember, you have to take it in stages, boss. So once you get the business built out, like your accounting and tax business, then you can start thriving. All we want you to do is just make sure, because Kwame, when you start developing this machine and you start getting these leads like clockwork, you're going to be like, man, I can't believe how fast I'm attracting leads. This is what all the students say. I can't believe how fast it's working. Now, Kwame, do you want to be in a position where you're sitting on 50 to 100 leads a day, but your back end isn't built out the right way? You don't know how.
Look, I totally agree with you, Kevin, in terms of the steps that you had talked about in terms of what needs to be done. So yeah, I'm totally in agreement with you.
Yeah. Now I'm saying that, and I appreciate it. Sometimes it's good to agree, but we don't have to, right? My job is to clarify. See, I'm too old to be trying to be right all the time, right? I know what I know. My role in your business is to make sure, see, that Kwame, one of the parts that you like the most is the accountability, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm on everybody's ass, Kwame. I just want my homework. I want it done the right way. See, this is what I learned. And me and Austin have learned this through our business. I call it micro-specific marketing activity. Let me say it again for everybody in case you want to write that down. That's something that's a phrase that I coined. It's called micro-specific marketing activity. Kwame, what that means is you sometimes think you in the ballpark of doing it right. And me and Austin, we've been through this literally thousands of times. But that's what happens when you managed over $30 million in ads. That's what happens when you got millions of branding impressions. This is what happens. You keep making mistakes every day. So what happens is you say, okay, process improvement. So when Tina was going through the process of building out all her stuff, you start realizing if I'm not prepared to do business with the conference coordinator, now, Kwame, you got to say, well, why didn't KTR tell me that? Damn, my slip is showing. I got caught my pants down. This is embarrassing. No, bro. No, everyone on the platform, hear me and hear me good. When you do it the right way, the micro specific activity, We only know the activity, Kwame, because we done messed it up already. And I should have messed it up as a speaker. Your investment in our program is ensuring, Kwame, that you don't have to make these mistakes. Kwame, I had a business partner one time. He was like 12 years older than me. He was supposed to look out for me, but he didn't. When I was making mistakes, he was supposed to tell me, hey, little brother, you're not supposed to do it that way. But he wasn't interested in doing business the right way. I wanted to learn. So I end up having to break out on my own. And then when you run the company your own way, then you do it with more integrity that you feel like the other person didn't do. So Kwame, my role is we're family. Everybody on our platform, this is the way I talk to all of you all the time, whether or not I'm really, really passionate or whether or not, I need to light a little fire under your ass every once in a while. I tell all of you the same thing up front. This is how it's going to be. My job is to make sure that the work is done right. So this is what me and Auston learned. We say, okay, oh, yay. Oh, we had a great day in sales. We had a great month in sales. We had a great week in sales. But then you're looking at other people's sales funnel, our mentors, by the way, that's making a whole lot more money than we are, right? This is $1 billion blueprint that me and Auston are following. Other people do it way better than us. Now watch this, Kwame. So when we start when I say tweak, I'm talking about just finite. That's why I call it micro-specific activity. Now, if you don't do that with your speaker business, now you're just kind of thinking what works. But when you start following it and then you start getting the results, the better results in marketing, and the more finite you are, you're gonna start making more money. See, that's the real tale. When those leads start converting into revenue, that's how you know that it works. And that's what we do on our platform. We give you strategies that work, bro. But this is why I'm so specific with how you got to put together your signature programs. Because I understand, Kwame, that I don't care how polished, poised, and professional I know you are as a business professional right now. I don't give a damn what my opinion is. My role is to get you ready to talk to the conference coordinator. Kwame, remember early in the conversation I told you, and I tell all of y'all this, and you remember in the onboarding call, remember I said this, I said, Kwame, right now, forget it, whether or not we do business or not, I'm not talking to you like I'm your potential speaker coach. Remember that?
Yes.
I said, I'm talking to you like I'm the what? Conference coordinator. Now, if I'm the conference coordinator, that means you got to get ready to do business with me. So when you go through me, when you get your signature programs checked, I'm going to approve it because I'm going to create sellable and bookable language and tighten up all the word sequences so you're ready to go to market. I do it with all of you. You can't go to market if your copy is written horribly. I'm going to help you, Kwame, create the signature programs that you're going to need. And when you get on the other side of it, like all the students are, you're going to see what I'm talking about. Oh my God, I wanted to talk about that, but then he just put that on steroids. Yes, that's what we're going to do. Then I'm going to say, okay, Kwame, the next step is when you get to module 2, hey, the checklist, Kwame, did you do those tweaks on the website? Did you talk to Auston about, hey, that thing that you had to do with the website? Okay, cool. Did you send over the graphic designer? Did you send them over the speaker info kit checklist? Did you work on your speaker video demo? Have you sent that to me so I could critique it? Yes. Okay, boom. Kwame, remember, because of the type of business professional you are literally skipping through module 3. You can go back and look at it when you ain't got nothing else to do. You hear me? Module 4, man, I say, okay, his social media is lit. He's doing a great job, but then I want you to start posting content that has value to the conference coordinator. See, I'm getting you ready. I'm getting you ready for who? Not me, not your family, not your friends. I'm getting you ready to do business with the conference coordinator. Because Kwame, here's the facts. When you surround yourself with the conference coordinator, you'll never run out of money. And we have a highly converting growth machine that we done tested over $30 million to ensure that your leads convert into revenue. Am I making sense?
Yes, sir.
Now, watch this, Kwame. So it's the stages, boss. To get to the stage. Get to module 4, start creating all the social proof. Module 5, do everything Auston tells you to do in module 5. You're going to build a growth machine. You're going to get your CRM set up. Once all that's automated, Now, watch this. Now, when I get a lead, I know where to put it.
Gotcha.
After you finish sales cycle training with me, the conference coordinator is not in control of the sales cycle. Oh, no, no, no. We don't let the conference coordinator. They're not in control of the sales cycle, Kwame. You are. Who are you going to get sales cycle training with? KTR? Right? I'm going to graduate sales cycle training. And in my head, and all of you who've been through sales cycle training, what do I say to you? You can handle yourself now with the conference coordinator. You are now ready to get on the phone and start dealing with the conference coordinator. Kwame, I'm only going into super depth and detail because there's other people struggling with this right now on our platform. See,
Gotcha.
A lot of you trying to rush. You're trying to rush. You want to do this. You want to do that. You're out of pocket now. You're out of alignment. What did I say at the very beginning of this session? I talked about being in the vortex. I talked about being in the zone. I talked about it feels like you can do no wrong, but you have to build it the right way. And then you have to start doing the micro specific activity. We don't need to reinvent the wheel, Kwame. We didn't spend over $30 million to ensure that you don't have to do that. That's too much time, bro. We're wasting time doing that. But if you just follow the steps, again, Kwame, I don't make promises, bro. That's not a word that I use. I make guarantees. Because we know what we're talking about. When you get the module 6 and you download all your documents and you've tweaked everything, you've made all the editing, you've done all the editing, you put your logo in it, the branding, all of that kind of stuff. I'm gonna say, okay, Kwame, watch this. This is what you're gonna hear from me. Kwame, your entire speaker business is all built out. You are ready to go to market. Kwame, what did I just say?
You said, well, you basically just said that when you look at everything at module 6 and you say you're ready to go and you're ready to go to market.
That means what? In specific, Kwame, because all I care about in our business, and if any of you, and then Kwame, if we're gonna round out that and close out, if you have something else that you want to ask me, listen, we still got time. I can get to everybody else. Again, everybody's waiting in the queue. Thank you so much for your patience. So Kwame, what that means is when you're ready to go to market, your speaker business is now ready to facilitate transactions. You're ready to start talking to conference coordinators because now you got a system to run them through from contact to close. And when you start doing that, then the next phase, Kwame, is now you're going to give me the feedback of you talking to the target buyer. You're going to have your Kwame pull up. We call them call characteristics, right? In your CRM. You're going to jot down everything the conference coordinator. Well, this conference coordinator was a little pushy. They rushed me. I said, okay, Kwame, how you deal with the conference coordinator that's acting like they really don't have time? Because remember, Kwame, we're teaching you how to hold all the value. Conference coordinator doesn't have the value. I can get a check from anybody, but they can't go somewhere and get another Kwame Michelle. Would you agree with that?
Yes, sir.
I'd like to see you do it. See, we reached out to you, bro, for a reason. We onboard people on our platform because they're unique. We know ain't nobody else got a brand like you in the world. Good luck with that conference coordinator trying to get another Kwame Michelle. So Kwame, you're holding the leverage. See, we're teaching you how to be in a leverage position, not like I was when I first started, in broke, begging, and desperation mode. When you don't know how to manage the conference coordinator properly, they're gonna back you up on your heels, Kwame. That's not no leverage. We're gonna teach you how to have leverage. So when they get on the phone with you, watch this, all your sales tools are in pristine condition. You're not gonna have to say one word. The sales tool is gonna do all the talking for you. Kwame, you're an entrepreneur. You got other businesses to run, bro. You ain't got time to be talking people into booking you to speak. That don't even sound right, does it, Kwame?
No, it doesn't.
But that's what speakers do all the time. This is the reason why on our platform, Kwame, we're respectfully requesting that you do not refer to yourself as a motivational or inspirational speaker, because it keeps you in the low fee or no fee category. We're teaching you how to run a sustainable business, bro. And you're a numbers guy. You didn't come on this platform so we can play tiddlywinks, man. You got to get the system built first, Kwame. And again, I guarantee you, when you follow the finite steps, just don't deviate from the plan, bro. Because if you do, me and Austin are there just to correct you. And then when your whole machine is built, mark my words. And Kwame, you're going to know this about me. When I say mark my words, bro, you can take that to the bank. Mark my words. When you get your machine built, you're going to come back to me and you start giving me the data. And this is what you're going to say, just like all the rest of them say. Man, KTR, it's all working, man. Like I almost can't believe it. Like this, I'm getting leads now. This is working, man. I'm booking engagements. We got to build it first, Kwame, and then they will come. You got anything else?
Okay, man. I just appreciate your time, man, and enjoying the content and enjoying the group.
Appreciate you, man. Listen, it's all love, boss. You know, we're in it with you every step of the way, and we aren't going anywhere. And Kwame, you can always catch us every Monday. All of you got our personal direct number. You can send emails. You can upload information through school. We ain't going nowhere, bro. We're dedicated to this. This is what we do.
Thank you, bro. Thank you.
Talk to you real soon. You're very welcome. Thank you. Now, Austin, who do I have next? I get excited about this stuff, ladies and gentlemen. You got to understand that this business is thriving through COVID. This ain't lip service. Please send examples of student speaker video demos. Okay, Dr. J. Hey, Dr. J, what's going on? Dr. J, do me a favor. If you still listening, Dr. J, I need you to send me an email. And I don't remember seeing an update of where you were with your sales tools. I need to know where you are with that. If you need me and Austin to jump on a quick session with you to clarify something, we need to do it because I need to get you into another part of the program before we get into Thanksgiving and the holidays. So please send me an email and let me know where you are in specific with the design and the completion of your speaker info kit, your website template, and also your speaker video demo. Please, if you could do that. Okay, Antoinette Glenn, I love the new look. Oh, thanks, Antoinette. I appreciate it. You know, sometimes this was a look that I rocked a lot back in the day when I was on tour. I just like to try different stuff, but I definitely appreciate it. Yeah, I just got tired of my beard, and so I'm gonna get tired of having a clean face, and I'm gonna grow my beard back. It's only a matter of time. Brian Rehorn says Larry Bird. Really, Brian? Larry Bird's the greatest of all time. In a lot of people's opinion, he was. Hey, I tell you what, Larry Bird, it definitely was the best shooter in the 80s, and they all knew it. He was better shooter than everybody. Kwame, I think you got to put your mute on for me. Okay, let me see. Actually, it's Brooklyn Nets as well as Shaq on and off the court. Okay, Tina Marie's favorite player is Shaquille O'Neal on and off the court. Hey, Shaquille has a huge philanthropic initiative that he's doing. I love Shaq. I love Shaq. I hung out with him about 5 or 6 times. He is definitely, he is exactly what you see on TV. He's jovial. He's all of that kind of stuff. Real cool. Brooklyn. Okay. Miss Tina Marie, Austin probably wants to bring up when we were at the Staples Center, literally on March the 10th, when the day after we were at the last game of the NBA before they shut the whole league down on March the 10th. We were all at the Staples Center. We had like a little rivalry going with Miss Tina Marie because she's from Brooklyn, and I think she was doing it to mess with us. So me and Austin have our Lakers gear on, and the Brooklyn Nets won that night. And believe me, she was in her world. So yes, Tina Marie, we know we lost the bet that night, and good for you. But Shaquille is definitely one. Okay, what do we got? Wayne is unmute. Wayne, is Wayne next? Troyer, by the way, can you pop in here real quick? Is Wayne next? Yo, Troyer, is Wayne next? I'm just trying to keep up. Wayne, mute. Yes, he is. Okay, I got it. All right, Wayne, I'm coming right now. Wayne. Let me see, Wayne. Wayne, can you unmute for me, please?
Hello.
Wayne, forget about you, man. Wayne, forget about you for a second. How's Carol doing?
She's doing all right because of me.
Hey, look, Wayne, we don't want to hear anything about your success in being the greatest husband in the world. We don't want to hear about that. It's about Carol, okay? We know it.
She's happy. Trust me.
It's all good, man. I know that's right. Hey, Wayne, I believe you responded to my email that I sent you as well, that I was still trying to play catch up. Did you get that?
Yeah, you sent me a couple. You sent me. I see you sent one that says that. I understand. I do understand about your planning month. I see that. Okay.
Right.
But my question is, did you get my my professional bio?
I got it all. I got all the signature programs. I got your bio. Again, I'm playing catch up this week, so I'm gonna go in with a fine-tooth comb, go over all your signature programs, and then I'm gonna get you on a Zoom session with me so we can clean all the word sequences up. And you did a great job of giving me all the content that I needed. Now I got to do my job with the world-class copywriting skills and just go through the word sequences and make sure all of it's tight, sellable, and bookable language. I got you all covered. You'll have it by the end of the week.
Okay, now thank you for saying that. Now the other thing is, you asked me to send you. You were asking last or 2 weeks ago. You were asking about if we had done any kind of speaking anywhere. We had videos or different things, and so I went to this radio station, this internet radio station, where I had done some speaking a couple times, and you know, I had them send me some of the things that I had done. And I was previewing them before I sent them to you. After I previewed them, I said, man, I don't want to send this out. I mean, they're not that bad, but I'm like, I just wasn't that pleased with them. I'm sure. I'm sure. I don't know if you ever experienced that before.
Wayne, yes. When I was a motivational speaker, stuck in motivational speaking purgatory, I did not know how to present. I was not polished, poised, or professional. I was very young when I first started. Remember, I started speaking when I was 18. I'm 52 now. That's 34 years. I didn't know what I was doing. And then on top of that, Wayne, I come from a very urban environment. So I was just using a bunch of street slang, man. I didn't know, right? So watch this. Wayne, let me ask you a question. You think my eyes have seen just with stage experience alone, over 2,750 paid speaking engagements I've done in my career. The first 750 to 800 were underpaid, 1,500 and below, right? I started to really turn the corner as a professional speaker when I started working for the biggest public seminar companies in the world, Rockhurst University, Johnson & Wales University. I got a professorship through them. National seminars group, Skill Path, all of these, Fred Pryor, Career Track. I can go on and on and on. I was just good at the excitable part, Wayne. I didn't know how to teach. I didn't know how to transfer knowledge. So you think my repetitions will give me some insight on what I'm looking at with my stage experience? And then you're not even talking about the tens of thousands of speakers that I've seen myself at conferences. I've been on the same platform with them. I've went to other conferences, the YouTube videos that I studied when that first came out. I know what I'm looking at, Wayne. A lot of you don't. And I'm not saying that to be insulting.
I understand.
Stop holding my damn videos hostage. Norma just said it, and a lot of you are the same exact way. You're not sending me the video. Where's Miss Tina Marie? Because Miss Tina Marie, she's already been on here and told you that she was getting it her own way. So Wayne, why are you holding my videos hostage when you listen? You've invested in us so I could critique the video for you. If I don't see it, I can't give you no tips to get better, Wayne.
I hear you. I understand, and I do.
It's not about what you, Wayne. Listen to me. It's not about what you think. Y'all are too hard on yourselves, and we're still in the process of constructing your brand. We're still in the process of organizing the messaging. Wayne, you know why you shouldn't be too hard on yourself right now? Let me ask you a question. Remember, I just talked to Kwame, right?
Yes.
Remember, I talked to Kwame about micro-specific marketing activity?
I wrote it down.
Okay, so watch this, Wayne. Am I done checking your signature programs? The ball is in my court right now. Have I sent you back over your signature programs and you've approved them to say, okay, Wayne, this is what we both agreed on. This is the marketing language that's going to go to market. Have I done that yet?
You've done that with my signature programs, yes.
Okay, now I still got to tweak them. My point is, excuse me, they're not all the way done. So I would be extra hard on you, Wayne, if you already had your signature programs, like a lot of you do. Like, watch this. I could lean on Vernon because Vernon's signature programs are done. Vernon should be saying his signature programs out loud 3 to 5 times a day.
Mm.
And what he should be, see, Wayne, I'm not coming down on you like that because you don't have the finished product. It's the baby is still in development, Wayne. Don't be so hard on yourself. And I'm talking to the rest of you as well, because a lot of you in there, and don't make me get you unmuted. A lot of you are holding my demo of the speaker video demo hostage because you don't think it's good enough. Let me say that again, because you don't think it's good enough. I have people send me speaker video demos all the time, Wayne. They're terrified for me to see it. Then when I look at it, I'm like, wow, you did a really amazing job right there. See, I'm going to tell you what you're doing right and what you're doing wrong. Then I'm going to watch this. Wayne, you're going to take notes. Okay, I remember what KTR said. Can Michael, would you get back in here for a second, please? Just trying to make a really good point because Michael's authenticity is off the charts. Wayne, I know you're authentic as well, but I want you to hear something. Michael, you still on? Michael, you there?
Yes, I am.
Okay, Michael, we're all a growing family here. Wayne, are you still there, by the way?
I'm here.
Okay, Wayne, watch this. Now, Michael, I just brought you on because, we connected as kindred spirits because, man, your authenticity is so raw. It's painful sometimes, right? And that's how we talk, bro. That's just the way you are, right? I love it, right? I'm the same exact way. Now, and we all got different approaches, but Michael, I want to go back to our original call. You remember you were telling me, see, what we try to do before we join the coach. This is me and Michael had a coaching. We had a call before he even joined the coaching program. We talked at 8 p.m. Eastern. You remember that, Michael?
I did. Yep.
Michael, I want you to, if you would, please, is that Michael started telling me about, he was kind of beating himself up a little bit about, hey, I don't feel like I'm this kind of speaker or this. Now he gets excitable like me. Michael, what did I say to you about your speed? Do you remember?
You said I was about a 7.5 and I needed to be a 6.2.
You need to be a 6.2 or you need to be flat at a flat 6. Now what that means is, now Wayne, watch this. Michael, he is a great speaker. Like we don't want to change him as a speaker, but he's in the beginning stages. He's really super driven, bro. He has the overachiever gene built in his DNA. Okay, this guy, I saw it as soon as we did a review on him. I saw it, right? But he's hard on himself. But he's super intense. So when I told him that, he got it. So watch this. When you're talking loud, you tend to speed up. And then I gave him an example right there on the phone. He said, okay, I got it. I said, Michael, you're like on a 7.5 right now. I need you like on a 6.25 or a flat 6. When he slows the rate of speed down, he comes under the flag of polished, poised, and professional.
Let me say this too. Let me say this for a second too, Kevin.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Being in Toastmasters and getting feedback from a lot of pros, if we don't stop and settle for a second and let the audience absorb what we just said, then what we're trying to teach won't resonate. And then everything I've researched today and the things I've listened to with you is if we can use that quotable line and hold for a minute, we give the audience a chance to tweet it, to write it down and put it in a post and everything else. And if I'm going too fast, stuff's just going over people's heads.
Yeah, exactly. Now, so we all have our things we have to work on. Wayne, is it making sense what Michael said, by the way? Are you still there?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Now, so watch this. We're all in the struggle together. The only thing I told Michael about his oratorical skills or his presentation or his elocution, the only thing I said to him was because he pointed it out. He pointed it out in me. He said, wow. He said, yeah, you're definitely, bro. You are like, your presentation's tight. Wayne, I'm a person that's high energy, just like Michael. I do it when I'm talking to Austin. I'm so excited. I start going real fast. And then something. So Michael, this is what I want you to do. The little ding, ding, ding goes off in your mind to say, slow down.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because somebody may miss what I'm trying to say. So Wayne, I'm not going to come down hard on you, bro. All I want to do is when you get the signature programs in your possession, and you're going to start practicing 3 to 5 times a day out loud. You're going to say your signature programs out loud, because that's where you get your articulation. That's where you match mouthpiece with thought, and you're going to do that. It's all going to start flowing.
Okay.
Now when that happens, then I'm going to say, Wayne, send me over the test video. You can send one to me right now, but I prefer that you get your signature programs done. So now you got a template to go off of, and you're not winging it. We don't want you to wing it.
Wait a minute. I thought that we had approved the signature program. We got to go back and check that.
We only did one. Okay.
I said
we only did one. We had 3 more, Wayne. We had 3 more to go over.
That's some numbers for you, baby.
Michael, can you mute your phone, please, or your device?
You talking to me?
No, Michael. I'm just asking Michael, can he mute his device? Or that's it. I just did it. Okay, Michael. Thanks for sharing. By the way, I appreciate it.
All right, then what I'll do is I did complete those, and I'll send it back over to you.
Wayne, I already have it. I mean, if you got an updated version, if you added some more, yeah, send it to me, because I'm going to incorporate all of that language into the finished product for your signature programs.
Okay. All right.
But Wayne, if you literally, Wayne, you got to stop overthinking it, bro. You just need to sit in a chair with a sweatshirt on or something. Like, I'm not judging it. That we're not ready to go show it to the conference coordinator, and we know that. That's okay. I'm here to make it better. If you wanted to send me something about your leadership video tomorrow, any of you that's holding back speaker video demos, man, send it to me.
I will. And see, when I looked at an entire session that I did when I was on the radio broadcast, I looked at it, and I'm thinking while I'm looking at it that if you're going to go into it and edit it, you know, there are certain spots in there along, like say a 30-minute speaking thing. There's certain spots in there where it's outstanding. And then there's some spots in there where it's like I'm too hyped, or too one thing or another. And I feel like if you're going to cut it in and cut it out, that you can cut some spots out of there that'll work. So I'll get it over to you. I got 2 of them. I'll send them over to you. And you told me you saw one of them somewhere.
I did.
You saw me with a panel or something like that.
Exactly. I saw you speaking on the internet radio show. You did a great job.
Oh, okay.
You did a great job. Okay, look. So send me the videos and let the coach provide you some feedback.
You got it, coach.
Okay.
Yep. And here's one more thing. When you guys were talking about Michael Jordan or LeBron James, I'm thinking the whole time you guys are in that conversation, I'm thinking like, so, you know what? There's another factor. Both, I think they're both great athletes and all that, but I'm thinking that there's one thing that we on this platform right here, it wouldn't be a bad idea if we discussed it and got some real thought out of it, some really dug into it intellectually. And
about leadership,
that is that killer drive that they both have that makes you a champion. That's more valuable than anything to me.
Yeah.
And that's that killer drive. Michael Jordan had that like no other human being.
Absolutely. And I
so,
definitely
but that's the thing that we all that I know that I'm trying to I get it and I lose it and I get it and I lose it and you get it.
Kobe had it too. Kobe had it too. Kobe Bryant had it too.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's right. He was a killer.
Yes, without a doubt. So but watch this. It takes commitment to do that. So this is the reason why the greatest entertainers and athletes and business professionals, and we have a lot of them on our platform. A lot of you do what you do at a very high level because you got so many repetitions. You don't even have to think about it. And Wayne, it's sometimes difficult to accept when we are this, alpha, being, and we don't want to go back to the bottom of the hill. And when you're doing your, right. So when you already know, I'm not here to embarrass you or make you feel bad. I'm here to help. But I can't help unless you show me the signature program, unless you get the homework assignments done. We cannot advance. My goal is to advance you through the modules, not rush, but as quickly as possible so you can get the market and start making some money.
Well, here's the deal. I thought that I had those over to you with the breakout sessions. I sent you the breakout sessions, the breakout of all the signature programs. You didn't get those?
I did get them, Wayne, is what I'm trying to tell you. I got to open. You gave me some really long opening paragraphs. You beefed up the bullets like I asked you to do. Right now, I got to go in and put the magic on it and tighten up the word sequences and get everything back over to you and get you to approve it.
Okay. All right. And I'll get you the videos and whatever else that's lacking, I'll send it to you.
Well, is Carol in earshot distance the way you are right now? Can she hear me?
Carol!
Like seriously.
She's very shy.
Because I'm not playing with you, bro. You're gonna give me my videos one way or another.
I will get them to you, Coach.
Tell Carol KTR said I need my videos, and could you remind me?
I'll get it to you, Coach. You got it.
What, tomorrow?
Yeah.
Okay, and I'll have your signature programs turned back around by the weekend, okay?
Excellent. You got it. I'll send it to you.
Love you, boss. I'll talk to you real soon. All right.
Love you too, man. Thank you.
Okay, man. All right. Okay, let me see. Okay, that makes a difference with the audience. I have learned to slow down, let the audience absorb. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Eileen, and Eileen, you're one of those speakers who is very you're very composed. Like I noticed that when I first talked to you on the phone. And when you have that, for all of you that have those, like your energy is stoic. Like that's one thing I was talking about with Kwame. He's very poised. Like he just got class. It just ain't no other way to say it. And you hear that. See, watch this. If you really want to listen, you really want to pay attention to what somebody's saying, close your eyes and listen to the words. Does it make sense? Does it flow? I mean, these beautiful word sequences that I'm editing and helping you develop. These things are going to make you hundreds of thousands of dollars. And this is why the signature programs have got to be done the right way. Anybody else have any questions? We're getting ready to start closing out the session. Hey, Troyer, can you jump in here real quick, please?
Hey, Coach, I wanted to
Yes,
ask
sir.
real quick.
Is that Michael? Who's that? Vernon?
Vernon.
It's Vernon.
Go ahead, Vernon.
I wanted to jump back to where you told us about getting a business phone number, not to use our personal phone number.
Yes.
What I found out that I wanted to share with everybody else is that you can use Google Voice that'll give you your own personal number that's actually linked with your personal number, but it has a business number with it.
You sure can. That all comes with Google Suite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just want to throw that out there because I just use that.
And you can set it up like we did with Speaker Focus. Austin set it up where we have a woman with a very lovely British accent. Oh, it sounds so sweet. You can set all that stuff up in there, man.
Okay.
Customize the features.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. We're international. We're an international tech company, man, that helps speakers grow their business. Why wouldn't we want to appeal to everybody?
That's right.
Yes, sir. All right,
I just want to add that. Thank you.
Okay. Hey, Austin, I want to start something new this week. I want to do a roll call. And we'll start at the bottom and just with a couple people that's on here that's getting value. Rhonda, can you unmute, please? Rhonda, Jennifer, if you're still there, if you haven't walked away from your computer, let me hit the allow to talk. Rhonda, are you there? Let me see. We're going once for Rhonda, going twice. Okay, I'm gonna move on to somebody else. Rhonda unmuted. Okay, I got her.
Hi.
Hey, Rhonda, how are you?
Okay. Wait, how's everyone?
We're doing super fantastic.
Great.
So this is I'm gonna go through the entire roll call, and I'm gonna allow you to ask me or Austin any questions. Something that you're not sure about. Listen, both of us were extremely busy, and in the month of October, it's our planning period for the following entire calendar year. And we were definitely overwhelmed. The business just went to a whole nother level in October. And we also had to stay super organized to make the platform better as well. That being said, we don't use excuses. So Rhonda, I wanted to know, did you get my email that I sent you today addressing that I got your signature programs? And I know I have to tweak your bio as well. Did you get that?
Oh, I did not. Great. Thank you.
Okay.
I did not, but I
Okay.
understood that you guys are busy. I wasn't impatient, and I just value your time and expertise. So I knew you would get to it when you could. So thank you.
You're very welcome. Well, thank you for your patience. And again, that kind, you got class, right? You had that discipline coming in. We can't teach you that part. And it's important. It's important to us that you understand how we operate when we get a little bit overwhelmed, but we're playing catch up this week, and we're going to get to it. Now, what I wanted to see if you had any technical questions for Austin, any issues with the platform, anything like that.
I haven't, and all the information, that's what I value about this program, because you both are so very detailed, and you make it easy to understand. So I've been re-listening. I've been practicing the draft that I did send you, just in preparation for my speaker demo, like just to prepare for that. But just kind of just overviewing things and just getting ready, just
okay. And Rhonda, I will tell you this, since I have you, since we're on the we're talking right now. Remember when Hey, Troy, we had a real funny moment, me and Rhonda, when we had our last Zoom session. We were working on her signature programs, and I said the paper kept scrolling up. Rhonda did a share screen with me, and then the bullets started getting real thin. Remember that, Rhonda?
Yeah.
I said, "Oh,
out on it," and I'm like, "Yes."
I said, "Oh, Rhonda, I know what happened there. You start running out of stuff to say."
Right, exactly.
So in all fairness, I wanted to let you know, when you sent the assignment back over to me, you expanded on the bullets. And
I sure did.
Absolutely. And I'm so proud of you, because that's what I need. Now I'm going to go in there. I'm going to tweak it, send it over to you. Remember, everybody, me and Austin use what we call the suggest and approve method. We can't force you to do it. We make the suggestion, we send it over to you, and then you approve it. Because remember, Rhonda, it has to represent what you are as a professional woman, as a speaker, right? And it has to represent your brand. And your brand was absolute fire before you came in, right? All we're going to do is tweak this, tweak that, polish it up a little bit, and I'll get that stuff back over to you before the weekend. I'll be following up with you real soon, so we can watch this. Remember, with you, the next step, Rhonda, is you just need to, oh, Rhonda, I remember this. Can you talk to Austin about, I believe we had a little dilemma about your website, whether or not you wanted to use that's what I needed. That's why I got Austin on it. Whether or not, Austin, I need you to unmute, whether or not you are going to use your existing website or use our template. What are you thinking about that right now?
Well, I was, that's what I had sent you as well, because I think it's better if I have a whole new separate, for the corporate aspect of it, a whole separate website, and then maybe link maybe on the brand that I have now, link it to the corporate, just have two separate ones.
Got you. Okay. And your, both of your separate websites, the other one does what? Give me the domain name. What is it?
Oh, that one I think was RhondaJennifer.com.
Okay. So your speaker site
is going to be Rhonda Jennifer.
Okay, RhondaJennifer.com. Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Did you have any Troy, unmute for a second?
Yes, sir.
Rhonda, did you have any anything you wanted to ask Austin about how to execute the site? I know you got great content, but did you have a question about how to execute?
Well, I was going to wait until my signature programs was completed and plug those in.
Yep.
And then you had suggested me taking like more corporate photos, maybe in a hotel lobby somewhere.
Yep.
I haven't done that, so I will plug that into the new website as well.
Cool.
But I will need Austin's help, you know, once I get all the information, the content.
No problem. Well, once we finish with that, remember the next stage for you after I get your signature programs wrapped up, and you start moving into the phase of going over the checklist for the website checklist,
Yes.
the speaker info kit checklist, and then also one of your speaker video demos. So those are the things we're going to be looking to do, and we're going to try to push as hard as we can before everybody gets into Thanksgiving.
Oh boy. Okay, I'll be ready. Yeah.
Okay, no problem. All right, Rhonda.
Thank you.
So much.
Thank you, Bo. Thank you,
All right.
everyone. Thank you.
Okay, love you much. All right, now let
Thank
me
you.
see. All right, let me see. Okay, well, so the next person on our roll call is, let me see, we did Vernon, we did Kwame, Michael, Eileen, got Rhonda. Let's see what else we got. We got Wayne. We talked to Wayne. We got Antoinette Glenn. That's my Antoinette Glenn is my workout buddy on Instagram. She is consistent. Antoinette, do you have a lot of talk? Sorry about that. Antoinette, can you hear me? Oh, can you ask to unmute?
Unmute.
Okay, boom. Antoinette?
Yes.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you? I'm just waiting for my I sent you my bio. Everything
Yes.
else is done, of course.
Did you get, Antoinette, did you get the email that I sent you today?
Yes, and I responded.
No problem. I'll after the session, I'll go back in and look at your response. Your signature programs are well written. I just got to go through them. I'm sorry, we finished your signature programs, right?
Right.
I'm sorry, I apologize. Your bio is what I have to tackle.
Right.
So yeah, okay, the bio. So I have to, you gave me all of the content that I needed. I just got to go back in there and get that done. Now, in terms of you moving on to the next phase, you're right at the same stage where Rhonda is. She's getting ready to go into the website template, you know, the speaker video demo, and also the speaker info kit. So how are you feeling about that right now in terms of starting to look at the content on the checklist in module 2 that you have to go over to start getting all that stuff together?
I pretty much have it together. I just have to I have to do it. I
Okay.
just have to do it. That's just it.
Okay. You think you might be able to try to timeline that, maybe get it in before Thanksgiving?
Yes.
Okay. Or either, you know, sometime before the end of the month. That's what I wanted to check on. So I'll make sure I'll have your bio over to you. Beautifully written, ready for you to make an appearance on MSNBC by this week. Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Yes.
Okay, Dr. Glenn, love you.
I love you too.
Okay, I'll talk to you real soon.
All right. Bye-bye.
Okay. All right. Let me see. Okay. Who else we got in here? Brian Rehorn. Brian.
I'm here.
Hey, boss. Hey, listen. I wanted to thank you for the feedback in school that you provide. Also, shout out to Dr. J, and I believe Marlon. I don't believe it was Marlon Mitchell, but I'm gonna get to Marlon in a second. And also, I think it was Marlon Harmon that was that he was going through a rough time. And Brian, I believe you made a comment on that post in school. Those of you who do that, that's what this community is all about. We all go through rough times. Me and Austin go through rough times. I don't care if you think I am or not. We are. We're pushing $1 billion brand. It is not easy. And we have to keep up with technology, which is that's the machine that we created, and we got to keep improving on it and making it better. I know everybody's thinking, oh my God, it's so special, it's so this, but like, you're hard on yourself, me and Austin are hard on ourselves as well. And more success begets more success. And no matter how you look at it, it's pressure. It's pressure to get to the top, and then it's pressure to stay there. So Brian, I wanted to thank you for that. And I know you were going through a rough time, and at times in the coaching program, it's going to seem like you're going real fast. And then at times it's going to seem like you're going real slow. Can you help me? Can you share with our platform and help me help us understand how you've been dealing with it when it's been going slow? Right,
A step at a time.
Okay.
One time. I don't have to do everything today. Little pieces, little steps, but daily steps.
Did you feel that way in the beginning, Brian? Did you feel that way in the beginning, like you had to do it all in one day? Were you feeling like that?
Oh, that's the way I am. I want it done yesterday.
Bro, I know I'm being facetious, man. I know how you are, bro.
Well, I just told you I want it done. But I really grind it. I put it this way. I put it in first gear. I'm not up on 3 and 4 gears. And I know that. And I understand that. And that's a gift for me. I'm sitting here with my checklist. I have stuff.
Which one, Brian? Brian, which one? Website checklist, speaker info kit checklist? Talk to me. Where are you?
The speaker info checklist.
Speaker info kit checklist.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Now,
do you feel like you have all the content, or you got to go produce some content? Like you got pictures? Do you need to take pictures? Talk to me about that, where you are.
I'm up to where I'm going to be getting a logo. I got a
nice.
But I got a professional photographer booked for December.
Okay.
I'm saving my money to get that done. I already signed the agreement with the person. That's a done deal. And you talk about alignment.
Yes.
I did my homework with it. I interviewed a couple of different photographers, and this one woman remembered me from when I talked to her the first time. This woman's looking for a room for me to speak in, and so am I. She wanted to give me microphones. I got some microphones on order for props.
Right.
Somebody had mentioned that tonight about they wanted to go into a hotel or what have you. That's what I want. That's what I want to. I want to do that right once, where I can use it multiple times on different platforms. I can change it up, the pictures. And she also does, put it this way, I just felt so much in alignment with her. I knew this was the right person to hire. I knew it. And I told her, I said, after speaking with her, and she more or less interviewed me like you did. I had to send her all my information so she could get the feel of who I am.
Right.
So, and get ready to take pictures.
Because that's a real photographer. You know what that's called? That's called pre-production. She's getting everything set up the right way. Brian, keep this in mind. You can have all of the you can have everything set up as far as your on location shoots, but please make sure that she does something in the studio with you with a white background.
Yes.
Always take pictures on a white. You can do multiple changes, but please take on a white background, because it just looks so clean. And if somebody wants to Photoshop you out and superimpose you over something and create a graphic, they can just do it so easy to take the background out. You got it?
Yes, white background.
Okay. Listen,
I got a plan, and I answered your email. I don't know if you seen that today.
I did see. I saw your reply. Yes, I did.
Right, but the one word that sticks out to me, and it's said a couple of times tonight, and this has been said to me before in the past. Commitment.
Okay.
Period.
Okay. Is that watch this? Is that where you are right now in the coaching program? Like you feel like you have to be committed to the checklist to like move it to the next step?
Oh, absolutely. Well, in the program, in my life, it's put it this way: always in class. The speaker focus is always in class.
Yeah, class is always in session and speaker focus.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. All right, Brian, thanks again, man, for contributing to another student's growth on the platform. We really appreciate the fact of how, everybody jumps, and you really made, Marlon was going through a rough time, and, you know, other people just shared with them what they were going through, and it made them feel better. So thank you for those of you who share on the platform. We appreciate it and keep it coming. Okay, let's go down. Austin, I only got a few more and then we're gonna wrap the session. Okay, so I got two more. Karis, can you unmute, please? Karis Reed. I think my Karis she might have to go. Is she still there? Karis, are you still on? If you are, oh, there we go. Allow to talk. Karis, asked to unmute. Karis, can you unmute, please? If you're still there. Okay, we might have a technical difficulty with her. Okay. Maybe she's gone. Okay, Marlon Mitchell. Hey, Marlon. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
Marlon, what's going on, boss? Yes, sir. I do hear you.
All is well, sir. No complaints. Enjoying the grind.
It's all good. So, so Marlon, what's your next step on the Speaker Focus platform? Because I want to talk to you about some feedback that I have for you about your signature programs and what you sent me. So, what's the next thing you're going to get into? Because
well, what I was actually working towards is the website checklist. So
okay,
I was going through the photos and the sizzle, and I created a sizzle reel.
Okay.
Not to get too long drawn, it's just too long. So I had a producer come through and show me some things. So I'm going to re-edit that, get that completed, and when I get the website done, I'll be back to the speaker kit, and that's it. And I'll be ready to say, listen to those words.
Okay, Marlon, you had, I believe you sent me like 3 or 4 versions of your video.
Yeah.
Like different iterations. They kept getting better and better and better. Okay. One of the things I want to say about you with the videos, and see, this is why I wanted to talk to you about this, because everyone on the platform, you have to play to your strengths. There's a lot of you, like you have Rhonda Jennifer and Karis Reed and Miss Tina Maurice, but they all have a very warm appeal to their brand. Like they're just so loving and caring and kind. You know what I'm saying? Like they integrate that into their performance. Like this, make no mistake about it, this is what it is. Now, Marlon, you had a lot of experience in radio. And one of the compliments I gave you when we first started talking is that your tonality is very rich, right? And yes, you got to use that to your advantage. But what I want you to start doing with some, and I noticed this when I was going over your signature programs again. Did you get my email that I sent you?
Yes, I did.
Okay, cool. All right. So you, because you're intellectual, you tend to use verbiage in every once in a while that is like, if you're not one of those scholarly kind of people, sometimes the words go over top of my head.
Understandable. Yeah.
or Marlon, it's sometimes it's just too, it's not the right kind of marketing language that's going to have that sellable and bookable topic. So what I do is, I want you to remember this. It's something called alternative language. Alternative language is just finding a word that means that. It's just a lot more simple. You got it?
Yes.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, less is more.
Less is more. And watch this. Simplicity. You got to make it so a 5th grader can understand it sometimes. Because remember what your job is with those signature programs. You're supposed to help the audience in front of you, help them achieve their key takeaway strategies, desired outcomes, and learning objectives. So I want you to practice on simplifying more. Okay. And when you're at your best is when you're in like your radio mode. You got a lot of bounce to your voice and you know what you're talking about. You got command over it. I think sometimes what you do is you overthink it. And I'm seeing these pauses in the video. Talk to me about that for a second. Like you get a brain freeze sometimes, like you're not sure about how to move forward. So what's happening there?
Oh, with the pauses, excuse me. That was when I was probably initially learning the signature programs. And I was memorizing them. And so when I did the video, I wouldn't have to have a cue card. I would just go straight from the dome, basically. And that was kind of the glitches. And I tried to edit some of them out, but I left to my man just so you could actually hear the content.
Yeah,
So,
I love the content. See, so we already tweaked your signature programs, and you're doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing. You're practicing. You're improving on it. Watch this, Marlon. I'm listening for and I'm looking for when I critique your videos. I'm looking for, remember KTR's COC formula, command over content. Do you have command over what you're speaking about? And for the most part, you're there. I mean, listen, on the 0 to 100, when it came to command, I'm gonna give you about around a 72.5. The more you practice, the flow is gonna start coming. I'm not talking about the articulation. I have a problem with that. I like again, you have a lot of, there's a lot of, in your voice, the tonality is very rich. And when I say rich, it just makes you feel good when you hear it. Like I saw that you were putting the passion into it. Now what's going to come, remember, we're actors. Last point, Marlon. When actors get around and they do the table read, they're not really trying to put a lot of emotion into it. They're just trying to read through the script. All the actors sit around the table and they just get through the script. They do their first read together. Everybody's playing off of each other, but they're not really going hard. It's not a dress rehearsal. They're not in character. They're not in makeup. They just read through it. So you already read through it. Now go back through it the next time you send me a video and tweak it, right? And then what I want you to start doing is, then I want you to, whatever your brand is and your style, like, oh, Marlon, I already know what your style is. I'm sorry. You like to get down with the suits and all the smooth stuff. I got it. So yeah, when you put the suit on, and you get in your space, like you may want to go to a hotel. We're talking about 3 to 5 minutes. Some people have a real nice place in their house. So they got a study or whatever. Then do a dress rehearsal. Put a suit on, man. It makes you feel empowered when you actually got all your clothes on. And just put the tripod. If you don't have one, just order a tripod from Amazon. It costs like $20-something. Yeah. Put the tripod, go over to the camera, press the button, and then come back over, mark your spot, right? Or even take somebody with you. And then do the demo and then send it over.
Yeah, okay, no problem, because that's something that I actually have access to, tripod and all that. And the last thing I'll say is had an interesting meeting with a young lady this week. She's a coach in town, quote unquote, like what you're doing, but on a local level. Gotcha. But she and I were talking, and she had my new book, and she was like, okay, the book, the cover, and the content doesn't match. And I'm sitting here not knowing this lady. She started talking about imaging. So the next day I went in with the ascot on and walked in the office, and she was like, okay, see, you're a coach, you're a student who gets it. So when you said this now, I understand it. So don't worry, when I see you the next product, it will be magnifique.
It's going to be dress rehearsal. And remember, you sent me your book. The cover's fire. That doesn't necessarily define your brand.
True.
You just got an artsy cover. Who cares? Watch this. It's all about perceived value. And a lot of times that comes with the attire that you have on. This is why as speakers, a lot of people cannot do what Gary Vaynerchuk does and then put a black t-shirt on with some jeans. A lot of people cannot get up there with a baseball cap on like Tony Robbins does with like a collar shirt, and he's sweating profusely. Tony Robbins looked like he exercised and worked out before the keynote speech, right? Everybody can't do that. So you got to know what you can get away with and what you can't get away with. Listen, I've tried a whole lot of different stuff being on the platform, but again, my brand is battle tested over 2,750 paid presentations. I mean, you're talking millions of branding impressions. It's in the hundreds of thousands of the amount of people that's been in my audiences. And I know what works. See, I'm not afraid to put my brand in front of them. So when I come in there with a fuchsia shirt on, with the tie is royal blue with some fuchsia in there, and then it got some green and maybe some blue, and then I got some blue, nice slacks on, and then it's accented with brown. Come on, man. I mean, I feel good. See, when I put my clothes on, I feel empowered because the audience is going to feel that. So if one of your looks is an ascot, then rock the ascot, right? See, Marlon, this is about you feeling good about you, bro. And let me tell you something, last but not least, don't let other people's opinion about you define your level of self-esteem. Everybody's going to have something to say about your brand. You have a great brand coming into the coaching program. We're helping you build it better. You stick to what you know, bro.
Thank you, sir.
All right. You got a great voice, man. Your voice is amazing.
Thank you, sir. And it's all taken in and received. And like I said, I'm just waiting to hear those words. You're ready to go to market.
Man, release what the universe has in store for you, man. That's all I can say.
Yes, sir.
All right, Marlon. Love you, boss. I'll talk to you real soon, all right?
Thank you.
Okay, we got one more. Miss Tina Marie speaks. I don't believe we have any more questions. Miss Tina Marie, can you unmute? I think I just unmuted it, but can you unmute? Marlon, can you mute, please? I think I still hear something in the background. I'm not sure if Miss Tina Marie is still there or not. Miss Tina Marie going once, going twice. We're just doing a quick roll call with everybody to make sure they're okay. She may be gone. Okay, now, Troyer, jump back in here real quick, please.
What's up, man?
Okay, so we get ready to wrap up. Not running too much over today. But if you had, I know that module 5, it, has a lot of information in it, obviously. But if you had to give our platform tonight one thing that you would remember, what's the most memorable thing out of module 5 that you would tell our platform that they must do and get really good at that one thing without getting overwhelmed? What would that be?
Yeah, I think it's probably just staying consistent. What you'll find is, and then removing all of their distractions. Once you're ready to go to market, there's really nothing else that you need to be doing besides reaching out to conference coordinators. If you have a great budget, a big budget to run Facebook ads, that's great. But I'd recommend, start the actions that I have you do in that training, just start doing them every single day and don't let up. Maybe you could take a day off or whatever on the weekend, but what happens is that consistency over time starts to really build up and compound over time. And, you're better off doing it daily than, just having one day where you go really hard. It's much more effective to break it up into chunks each day, do the 50 to 100 outreach every single day, even though it's not pretty. Like the prospecting and sales part of the speaking business is the most important, but it's also probably the most unsexy, the most uncomfortable thing to do. And you just got to fight past that pain and realize, and just and do what I do in the program. Reward yourself after you do that activity every day. And really, everyone says, oh, you should make a big to-do list every day. No, you should make your to-do list should be one item. It should be the one most important thing you need to do for the day, because you're gonna naturally go do the easy things on the to-do list when they may not actually move the needle. You need to do the most unsexy, most important thing, which is probably going to be the sales and prospecting. Do that first thing in the morning and reward yourself with a latte or something after that makes you, that builds that habit psychologically. Like, hey, if I do this thing, I'll get a reward at the end of it. So I'd recommend just consistently doing what I outline in the program, the action items every single day when it comes to prospecting, and that'll really compound over time. We've seen it in our business. We've seen it in a lot of other people's businesses. You may not see a lot of results in 1, 2, 3 days, but you'll start to see all the replies start rolling in. I mean, we're feeling that now. We ramped up our, we run paid ads, but we also do organic outreach. We started ramping it up, and now we're seeing the fruits of our labors from 2 weeks ago and new business coming in. So the same goes to you. Just start consistently doing week 5 when you are ready to go to market, and it'll completely change your life.
Absolutely. Thank you, Austin. I wanted to, before we got out of here, Austin, real quick, Karis is having a login issue. Can you put the link to the login in there for, I believe she can't find it. She just, she had to go away for a while. She has some stuff going on. Just make sure she has the link.
So Karis, you'll just go to speakerfocus.com, and in the top left, there should be a navigation if you're on your phone, and just click sign in. And then we can scroll down. If you don't remember your password, just click forgot password, reset your password, and then you can log in, and then you'll have access to everything.
Okay. Karis, if you got that, just acknowledge it in the chat. And Karis, can you unmute for a second too? I just want to hear your voice, if you can. And then Miss Tina Marie, I'll get to you, and we're gonna wrap the session. Hey, Karis, you there?
Yes, sir, I'm here.
Hey, do you remember when we were you drove up from Houston when we were in Austin and we had our meeting at the hotel?
I do.
Do you remember what we discussed at that meeting about being in it with you for the long haul and not giving up on you and believing in you and all that kind of stuff?
Yes, sir.
We just want to tell you that we love you.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
How you been?
I really do. Thank you. And it's kind of like, okay, I felt bad that I had to go through the transition, but at the same time, it's like, it's just going to make me stronger when I speak because it's life. And when I go through, when we go through these trials and tribulations and transitions, and like you say, champions don't make excuses, we make adjustments. So I just had to pull myself back up and then just come back in it and go hard again. So I appreciate the love. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. And then I wanted to compliment you as well, because despite the fact that you had a lot of ups and downs going on, as we all do, you still have a great magazine. I'm going to be interviewing you before the year is out to give you some shine with your magazine. I want to talk to you about, what you're doing with the magazine. Your social media is popping. Despite what you were going through, you still got that magazine off the ground. I want you to know we're extremely proud of you for doing that. And you're giving a lot of other women empowerment speakers a chance to shine. Now, I don't know how you're doing it, but the bottom line is you need to keep doing it because you're making a difference in other people's lives. And it's a time for that right now, Karis. I told you in the beginning of this session that we're doing, this is about being in alignment. You heard Brian Rehorn talk about it. He's in alignment with his photographer. Kwame, brand new to the program. He felt alignment with me and Austin in our program and what our goals were, what we're trying to do. Michael, we felt alignment. We felt like we was brothers before we started doing business, and that when you have that kind of situation going on, then your blessings of the purpose that you have is helping somebody else live their purpose. And you're creating outlets through the pandemic for other women to be showcased, and you're to be commended for that. We're very proud of you. And, just keep doing what you're doing. And so now get back into the modules, pick up where you left off. And I need you to schedule a session with me sooner than later. Maybe like the top of next week or something, maybe like a Tuesday. And let's just go ahead and reset everything and get it popping.
Okay, sounds great. Yes,
Okay.
Indeed. Yep. Thank you.
All right. You're very welcome. I'll be talking to you real soon.
Okay.
All right. One last question for Miss Tina Marie. Miss Tina Marie, if you're still there, I just wanted to, could you unmute? Oh, you probably are. Yeah, there we go. You unmuted. Hi, Miss Tina Marie.
Good evening, Mr. Kevin. How are you today?
I'm doing super fantastic.
Good evening, everybody.
Yeah, let me address you properly. How are you doing tonight, Miss Tina Marie Speaks.com? That's the proper way to address people on our platform.
Yes, sir. Yes, Mr. Speaker Focus.
Yeah, that's right. I learned that from Austin. Oh, by the way, whatever your website is in your branding up there at the heading in your LinkedIn profile and all of that.
Yes,
if you go to ours, and Tina learned it because Austin taught it to everybody, is you're CEO of your web-based business. That's what it is. So I'm CEO of speakerfocus.com. Austin is CTO of speakerfocus.com. So, Tina, I just wanted to ask you a quick question about a lot of our students have not got to managing the CRM yet. They haven't got to the point where they're finishing up their sales tools and all the outreach documents. You are at that point, and we're wrapping up the back end of your entire build out for your digital marketing campaign. Tina, we got through that 19, 25-page script, didn't we?
That was, I'm just going to be really plain for everyone tonight on the platform. First and foremost, as I always begin, I give honor where honor is due to you and Austin. Thank you guys so much for what you do for each and every one of us. You truly exemplify being there. You not only say the words, you act upon it. And it's true what I say, I got it in my own way. And I'm so grateful that you and Austin pushed me to get out of my own way. Mm-hmm. That is one of the first lessons to do that. But those questions were pure hell. Mm-hmm. And I remember them fondly. So whoever is going through it, please step out of your own way, but you're going to have a lot of pain, but it's going to be well worth it in the end.
Now see, the reason why I wanted to talk to Tina, everyone, because she's one of many students that we have are at the stage of, she's building her growth engine, right? And Tina is chosen her vehicle, her marketing vehicle, and she knows what she wants to do. And, it's getting built out right now on the back end. Her machine is almost ready to launch to the whole world. So Tina, I want to talk to you just briefly about like your CRM training. Like, because I know a lot of people are like, well, how do you manage a database, and what's the database for, and like call characteristics and all that. Like, you learned a lot over the last 30 days about managing the CRM. Could you share, could you share with our audience some of the things that you learned by getting in the CRM and yet having another hurdle of something you didn't understand, which was technology, and then getting in there and getting on the phone and doing the emails and all of the outreach and stuff? What's the biggest thing you learned by managing your list thus far?
Time management. Time management is key, is one of the keys to your success with running that CRM. Okay. It's being factual, it's being punctual. It is being on top of every facet of the speaking business. I can't say enough about Speaker Focus and each one of the modules. Study each and every one of those modules. I don't care at the beginning before you begin your day, that has to be part of your day. And definitely module 5. Module 5 will help you know every micro specific finite detail of that CRM.
So Tina,
is it challenging? Yes. So
real quick question. So you're telling me that you're binge watching module 5?
That's my go-to movie now. I'm not even binge watching. That is on my only matters to-do list every single day.
I'm laughing. I'm laughing, everybody, because Tina sends me a message the other day and says, today I'm on my third time watching module number 5 over the weekend. So that's how you learn how to manage your CRM.
Yes.
Tina, what have you learned about sales and characteristics and not taking things personal about the target buyer and following up? What's the biggest thing you learned out of that whole process thus far?
One of the biggest things that I learned is that people are going to be people. People will tell you, I am doing this, I am doing that, I believe in it, I believe in the program. And for the most part, they're telling the truth. It's just they're not ready to tell you they can't begin.
Tina, did you learn, Tina, that conference coordinators, they're like any other prospect sometimes, or you have to deal with lying in sales?
Yes.
You learned that?
Sales is the best marketing tool of making you believe what I want you to believe. Conference coordinators are no different. They are people, bottom line, just like we are, just like the speaker is, just like the consultant is, just like the coach is.
Yeah.
You have to have a thick skin, and in every circumstance, situation you could possibly think of, or you've gone through, or someone has gone through that you know of, The conference coordinator is no different. The meeting plan is no different. The CEO is no different. The CTO is no different. The janitor is no different.
Tina, last question. Why is it important to update your CRM right after the call?
Because you have a better understanding of the call. You have the better understanding of that person. You do not want to wait 5 calls afterwards or even 2 calls after that. You will forget. It's just part of being a human being.
And what exactly are you
you're
typing?
fresh.
What exactly are you typing in your CRM from the call, Tina? Last question.
The energy of the person, verbatim of what they said prior to, you having a strategy call prior, and then you having a follow-up call with them. You're learning if they're serious or not. That's first and foremost. You're learning if they're serious or not. There are words that you can pick out of every conversation, every call, to know whether that prospect, conference coordinator, meeting planner is serious.
Okay, you just heard it, right, everyone? Now, Tina is going through the process. She didn't know any of this stuff when she came with the Speaker Focus platform. So you got to hear it yourself, because a result is a result. And all of it is geared towards, when you do the micro specific activity, it's geared towards turning your activities into your living your speaker dreams. That's what it's all about. And last but not least, Tina, thank you. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap the call up.
I just have one more comment, if that's okay, sir.
Yeah, it's okay.
Karis, welcome back.
We love Karis Reed.
Welcome back. And to everyone, just keep moving forward. Don't stop. Don't give up on your dreams.
Absolutely. Thanks so much.
I'm
Tina.
not. Thank you, my empowerment sister.
You so welcome.
Thank you, my empowerment sister. Okay, love y'all.
Listen, no problem. Welcome back. I'm gonna check up on you.
Y'all gonna be on each other's podcast one day in the near future.
No doubt.
So look, thanks, Tina. I'll be talking to you real soon. Okay.
Be blessed.
All right, you too. So now that's a great way to end the call, because the strategies that you learn on the platform, they move your goals forward. And you heard what Tina said, is that the conference coordinator, they'll lie to you. They will. This is just sales. You have to deal with it. But when you follow the system, it helps you deal with it better. So keep in mind, I'm gonna leave you with this. Here's how you know the conference coordinator is serious. Like what Tina was talking about are call characteristics. So she's taking notes every time she talks to a conference coordinator. She's interviewing conference coordinators, things of that nature. She's putting down, hey, did they rush me? Were they patient? They seemed like they had a budget. Like, you're going to be able to tell. Like, after you do about 25 or 50 of these calls, everybody's going to start sounding alike. And that's what sales cycle training is about in module number 2. Go through sales cycle training and learn these skills, because they will serve you well. Here's how you know the conference coordinator is serious, last but not least. Do they have a date to offer you? Do they have a venue for you to speak? And do they have a budget? And when it's a yes, 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 now we can move forward to get the deal closed. I'll walk you through all the entire how to manage the sales cycle process in module number 2. Ladies and gentlemen, all of our students and our clients on the Speaker Focus platform, me and Austin really, really appreciate all the effort and the hard work, especially those of you who show up consistently for the group calls. And we more importantly, we appreciate your questions. So on behalf of the team at Speaker Focus and co-founder Auston Troyer, CTO, I'm Kevin T. Robertson, CEO, speakerfocus.com. Listen, it's been an absolute pleasure to spend time with you this evening. Please enjoy the rest of it, and we will see you right here on the next Monday group call.